And a clearance onto Hayes, who fumbled. Penny dives on the pill, has to get rid of it quickly. Spills out here towards Harrington. Goes by hand to Capillari. Inside hand pass to Del Bosco. The Saints are going to go forward through Mitch. Nice kick. Bedendo. Good fist from Wiedemann. Foster Gardner applying a big tackle on Matty Munro. And we'll have a ball up at half forward, favouring Myrtleford.
And Riley Kelvin has got the job on Josh Murphy, so that's going to be a big one. And Brady Sharp has the job on Josh Minogue, which we spoke about pre-game. So a couple of big matchups there for the Saints.
Jack Reynolds has gone to the dangerous Brady Ricavi as well, boys.
The ball tossed up. Nice little handball there, looking for Mooney. Mooney has it, gets dispossessed. Ball at ground level now. Picking up was Harrington, just threw it out to Curtis. Gets a handball. And Matty Munro unable to take it. We'll have a throw in. About 60 away from the Myrtleford goals, who are kicking to the town end to start this game. First quarter action brought to you by A-Grade Oils and Batteries. Ball about to be tossed back in.
Time clock's about a minute behind here at the ground, Monty.
Yep, so we've got a minute and a half. Ball now at ground level. Well done, Jackson East. Kick smothered. Going back through was Penny. Can't pick it up, and now it's Cossa. We'll have a repeat stoppage on the half-forward flank here. Tell you what, Blake, why don't you try and get a clearance for us and take this one away?
Blake Penderecka with you and Scotty Montgomery for the Northo. And the umpire has paid a high free kick in the ruck contest to Jamie Mooney for North Albury. Just trying to clear the play there, I reckon, the umps.
Good call.
It was a ruck raffle of a free kick. Mooney, bit of a floating kick down the wing. Leighton Taylor presents, leads, marks in a bit of space. Read the fall of the footy. It's an open forward 50. One-on-one Murphy and Calvin. Calvin does really well to get to front position and punch it towards the boundary line. Really good defensive work there from Myrtleford and a good early win for Riley Calvin.
Yeah, just worked his way into the front there and got the fall of the ball. Fell his way and spoiled beautifully towards the boundary to get a restart. One
of the biggest jobs in Ovens Murray football, that one for Riley Calvin today.
That sausage roll coming back up the throat, Monty.
It's all good. Just trying to see what's going on here. As Kelvin goes in the ruck against Murphy, even though Smith was the nominated ruckman, so I'm not sure. Umpire Harvey's saying, no, hang on. It's a free kick. Yes, going to go the way of Josh Murphy. So I did see Riley Smith put his hand up there, so I'm not sure why that one didn't happen.
That must have happened initially in when the ruckmen come together before the throw-in. That's all I can think of.
And you just pointed out that Flynn Gardner and Lockie Murphy-Dale into it a little bit there, Panner. They're a little bit going on off the ball.
Looks like Flynn Gardner has gone to him, so they're giving him the most dangerous forward at the moment, Flynn Gardner.
Yep, I love that. It's just shown how much progression he's had in his footy this year. As Josh Murphy from 35 out, slide angle. Just goes a little bit skinny according to the umpire. Murphy's celebrating, but the umpire says, no, that's through for a minor score. And we've got the first score of the day on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. It's a minor score to North Albury. Myrtleford are yet to score, and we've gone 3.5 minutes thanks to Maccas.
Curtis, big booming kick. Oh, good mark from Smith, who had Leighton Taylor coming in the opposite direction, crunched him. Myrtleford play on, turn it over. Brew on centre wing. His second disposal, good kick, finds Nathan Dennis at half forward, who wants to wheel around on the right, go into the pocket towards Murphy. Oh, dropped a sitter. Really good kick from Dennis and a good lead from Murphy, and he dropped his chockies at the end. The handball from Capillari has been spilled over the line, and we'll have a ball up inside 50 for the North Albury Hoppers, who at the 2.5 minute mark, North Albury lead 1 to Myrtleford 0 on the game traffic and contracting score.
Oh, you get your phone up. It's actually been 4 minutes. The ball's tossed in now. No one really takes that one. Tenardi, dispossessed. Kelvin's handball to East, puts him under pressure under the scoreboard. Tenardi goes and gets it again, and so does Murphy Dale, a long way from home. Long kick down the line, over the top. Who can get it? Mooney does for the Hoppers. Ball at centre wing now, finds its way to Broomhead. Broomhead has options in the middle, goes short, looking for Hayes. It's over him. Riccardi has it now for the Saints. He's going to go inside 50. He's got Sharp breaking for goal. What can Big Riley do? He goes with the outside of the boot. Riley Sharp! Great finish there. Great play from the Saints. Pressure through the middle of the ground, and they get it inside 50 and hit the game traffic and contracting scoreboard for the first major of the day. They're 1 straight 6. North Albury a 1 minor score, and we're gone nearly 5 minutes thanks to Maccas.
That was a quality finish by the big fella. That was a poor kick inside 50 from the Myrtleford Saints, but for him to gather that and kick it on the right foot with a nice little na-na was a quality finish, running away from the goals. That was a good passage of play, and they've done that in the past where they run the full length of the field in quite quick time. So that's a great start for the Myrtleford Saints in their transition game.
The kick from Broomhead just had a little bit too much pepper on it for Julian Hayes, and Myrtleford pounced with the turnover. And you're right, Bobby, that's a wonderful finish from Riley Sharp, because the kick from Riccardi was really poor going inside forward 50. Back in the middle, looks like Del Bosco now does have that role on Tim Broomhead, who has the football, tries to kick it. Was smothered, spills out here towards Curtis. Hand pass was a bit skill-if, and Winter intercepts. Inboard straight away to Mooney. Right foot kick to the corridor. Murphy read the fall of the footy and just pushed Calvin under it. He's going to be first there in the pocket. He's got Josh Minogue standing in the goal square. Can he gather? He can. Hand pass. Has to get rid of it. It was a great tackle from Beatty. On to Gardner. On the boot. Goal. Hard work from the Hoppers. Good hands from Josh Minogue. Found Archer Gardner. And after the Saints kick the first goal through Sharp, the Hoppers answer back through Gardner. 1-1-7 to Myrtleford, 1 straight 6.
Great quick response by the North Albury Hoppers with hitting the scoreboard straight away after the Saints opened the scoring here. But that was a scrappy ball inside 50. It was great to see the two big key forwards get some dirty footy and actually present to their smaller players moving into the 50. That was not the most elegant goal, they would say, in the way they play, but they've got the job done.
Brady Sharp there. Just he'd come off his man in Minogue then, left him open, and very dangerous to do that. You want to just make Josh Murphy have the shot from the pocket if you're him, I think, from here on. As umpire Broughton has the ball back in the middle, Cossa and Mooney give that one to Cossa. Del Bosco has it, gets it to Jake Sharp, and a nice handball through traffic. Curtis then has it, now it goes to Capillari, goes with a sideways kick to Maraca. Maraca held up on centre wing. He goes short now and fell on Del Bosco. He's working hard with the tag on Broomhead. Nice kick there. Finds a teammate at half forward, Miotto. Gives the handball to East, who goes inside 50 to the top of the square, looking for Sharp again. What can Big Roller do? Pope's there with him. Goes to ground. Riccardi gets tackled with the out it, but the umpire says play on. Campbell has it. Handballs it backwards to Hayes. The Hoppers have it in the back pocket. Bit of byplay going on off the ball as well, but it's going to go out of bounds. And we're going to get a throw in about 30 away from the Myrtleford goal, who are kicking to the town end to start this first quarter.
How many inside 50s early doors, please, Bobby J, for both sides?
I've got 4 each for both sides at this present time for 40 winks.
We've gone 7.5 minutes. All thanks to Macca's opening term for A-grade oils and batteries. Toss back in. Cossa, beautiful, deft little tap to Murphy Dale. Thought he was held without the football. Mooney ekes a kick out of the stoppage. Winter used his body beautifully. Took a Mawson's concrete mark of the day. Looks like he's playing more half forward today. Wants to switch the footy. It's a dangerous one to Cullen. Sharp came and dispossessed. Good pressure here from Myrtleford. Penny go by hand to Wiedemann, and the Hoppers are away through the middle of the McNamara Reserve. He can go by hand. Ignores that. Long to a one-on-one. Minogue got to the front position. Spills the way of Flack. Left foot snap to a vacant goal square. Bounces the wrong way. And it's through for a minor score. You heard the groans from Monty. The Hoppers 1-2-8 to Myrtleford 1 straight 6 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. They were quick through the middle then, Bobby J, for Coral Tiles.
They certainly were. And Flack, he's a bit of an energiser bunny for the North Albury Hoppers. He starts on the bench and comes on and gives a bit of an impact as soon as he comes on. So he's really important to their energy and the ball moving forward when it's on the ground. You're
a good crowd estimator, Monty. What do you think at the moment?
I'd be saying it's getting up around 1,000 pretty early, maybe even a few more. As now the Saints transition the footy beautifully to Del Bosco on centre wing on the far side. Timmy can't keep up with him. Keep running, Mitchie, with a running bounce. Kick inside 50. It's a beautiful kick. It's why you want the ball in the user's hands like Mitchie Del Bosco, and he's found Miotto inside 50, and he'll go back and have a shot from 40 metres out, 45-degree angle.
We saw this a fortnight ago, the way the Myrtleford Saints move the footy, and this is almost identical, Panda, isn't it, really? They open up the ground. As soon as they get some space, they all take off and find their own little pockets of space throughout this McNamara Reserve Oval, and they did so there again, and that was centimetre perfect every single possession.
Once again from a kick-in as well. The transition footy from Myrtleford, best in the comp for mine.
Well, when you have Simon Curtis kicking it in, he's the best kick in the competition as Miotto from 40 metres out goes. Bang! Loved it straight away off the boot for a steal line goal of the day. Straight through the high diddle-diddle. That's Myrtleford's second there. 2 straight 12. North Albury 1-2-8 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. And we've gone 9.5 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
He loved it straight off the boot there. That was a quality finish. And that's another midfielder that sneaks down into that forward 50. Purely off the back of a fast transition from the kick-in that the Myrtleford Saints just had just then. So they really move the ball fast, and the midfielders really get on their skates and find their own pockets of space moving forward. And they've kicked a lot of goals, the midfielders, for the Saints the last 3 or 4 weeks.
There's a supporter up there that sounds like the heckler from Happy Gilmore.
I reckon he's had a couple.
I reckon he has as well. On the balcony, he's stationed right next to Travis Cartwright, like right within earshot. And we get the thumbs up from Travie as well. Capillari out of the middle, a bit of a floating mongrel, dribbles its way to half forward. First there, Bedendo. Wiedemann tracks back. Bedendo, fresh off 5 goals and 28 touches in the VFL last week. In trouble there is Tenardi. Probably got a high tackle, in fact. The umpire missed it. Gardner on to Campbell, under pressure, tackled by Bedendo. And we have a ball up, left of centre wing.
Looks like Foster Gardner's getting right up the ground from his half-forward position, putting a lot of pressure on around the midfielders and the wingmen of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
12 plays, 8, Myrtleford lead. Harrington out of the stoppage, high up a number to half-forward, bounces just outside attacking 50. Murphydale picks it up, shakes the tackle of Gardner, goes to a vacant goal square. Doesn't hit anywhere near the right contact on his foot, and it goes out of bounds on the full for a free kick, and the Hoppers bring it in straight away to Campbell. Saints by 4. We've played 11 minutes for Macca's opening term.
Campbell has it at half-back. He's looking for some options, not many presenting. He's just going to go long down the line now, I feel. He does, there's Peppers. Goes to centre wing. Big Riley Smith sits under it, and it's a great grab. Got 2 Riley Smiths playing today, and both will have headbands on. As Gardner comes in, gets the smother. The ball now gets back to Capillari. Gets a handball over to Smith. What's he got? He's going to go back to Capillari again. Capillari then just kicks it around the body. Drop mark from Harrington. Then tackled straight away by the other Riley Smith. Umpire says, you're holding the footy.
Wow.
A little bit stiff there. I reckon he put the arm up to maybe fend off. That's what umpire Bassett saw. Smith now gives the handball back to Campbell. Campbell with a long kick towards half forward, looking for Murphy's not great. And Simon Curtis just does what he does best, then gives a handball to Sharp, who's going to go sideways looking for Hourigan. It's not a great kick. Mr. Jackson's there. That's Wiedemann for the Hoppers. He has it now at half forward, kicks it around the body, and it's going to go out of bounds on the full. And it'll be a free kick to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and it's going to go the way of Simon Curtis in the back pocket.
Ideally, you want Simon Curtis having that kick that's going across the ground in that danger area. As we're trying to work out what's going on over there with the vocal supporter, but you really want your Kai Gosses and your Simon Curtis exiting back 50.
It's probably like the North Auburn people are now going to go, this is what those people cop when they come to Button Park and
exactly
get the go-go.
Right. Yep, 100%. And a lot of beverages as well, as Jake Sharp goes down the wing looking for Murphydale. Flynn Gardner right on his hammer. Goes past both of those players, and then in the end, Maraca races away with the footy and runs out of room. We'll have a boundary throw in on true centre wing far side. 12 plays 8. Myrtleford lead by 4 points. 11 minutes played for Maccas.
Just saw the way Simon Curtis peeled off and took that uncontested mark before. I feel that whoever goes to him has to make sure they engage his body and don't let him roll off and be a third man up today. We'll
get some 40 winks soon from Bobby Jackson as well, who's looking after us today for Corowa Tiles and Corowa Better Electrical. Kane Flack marks across half back for North Albury. Goes out wide to Darcy Cullen. Left foot kick. He's going to hug the boundary line and go long down the line, and he kicks it on top of a car, on top of a Ford Ranger over there on the far side.
Good dint on it.
Absolutely. Free kick to Myrtleford at half back. Bobby J, some early 40 winks.
Some early 40 winks. Simon Curtis is continuing his good form off half back. He's had the 6 touches early doors. Mitch Tenardi's had 4 for the Myrtleford Saints midfielder. And there's been quite a balanced start for the North Albury. All the guys have started with 2 or 3 each.
Well, you better put Jackson East down for another 40 winks as he goes short and finds Matty Munro. Munro goes short, finds Tenardi at half forward. He wants to keep it moving. He does. Back to Munro by hand. He goes inside 50 looking for Murphydale. And it's a beautiful kick, and he's taken the mark. And Lockie Murphydale will go back and have his second shot for the day, and hopefully it's a bit better than his first one.
There's been some signs lately for Lockie to really sort of get back to his supreme form, and I just feel it's not too far away. And today, being a perfect day, and the stakes are nice and high, plays like this, they sort of rise. And I think he's real and truly due.
Missed a large chunk of the season with a broken jaw, suffered on Easter Sunday. Still been able to kick the 17 goals. Murphydale, can he add to that tally? He does. He loves it. Gives it a bit of a double cobra. He's kicked his first of the day. It's Myrtleford's third. They're 3 straight 18. North Albury are 1-2-8, and it's a 10-point ball game on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. And we're going 14 and a half minutes thanks to McDonald's.
Yeah, he's a quality player, and he's been a good player for a long time. So for him to kick his 18th goal in the last round, particularly with a big space of footy that he's missed during the middle of the season, they'll be looking for him to be really potent come finals time, and that's a fantastic start. He's been in and out of the play early doors today, but that's a great confidence booster.
Oh, I love it. That's passion at its best. You're going to hear that all day in our effects mic. And Travi Cartwright's going to hear that all day in his right eardrum.
He's going to have a headache, Travi.
He's the cameraman as well.
He's a TikTok influencer too these days.
He is our man, Travi Cartwright on the balcony. Back in the middle. Hayes off half-back, went without the ball. Tenardi beelines it, so does Archer Gardner on to Reynolds, who tried to break clear. His hand pass was intercepted. The Saints win it back through Maraca. Beautiful hand pass into Capillari. He can go short to half forward. Miss Jackson East over his head. Weaving with a bit of work to do. In defence for the Hoppers. His kick was a worm burner. Almost turned over. Riccardi picked up and tackled straight away. Umpire Ash Broughton says, give it to me. And we'll have a ball up 45 metres out for Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. They lead 3 straight 18 to 1-2-8. And have probably owned the last 5 or so minutes. Gardner, beautiful clearance. Goes by hand to Kane Flack, who's working into this season for North Albury. Good kick on the far side. Finds Nathan Dennis on centre wing for the Hoppers. He fakes to give it back to Flack and then runs into a bit of trouble as Dogger. Kicks it on the boot to half forward. Flying high was Agosta. Out the back, Curtis. Mops up for the Saints. They lead 18-8. Game traffic and contracting scoreboard.
Harrington has it just inside the centre square. He's going to bring it out to the broadcast side. Centre wing, Riccardi. Just went in the one hand. Needed to be better. Weaving comes and bumps him off it. Then gets it to Hayes, and he's got a bit of space now. Hayes goes short, finds Captain Grumpy Penny. What does Penny do? He's going to go back in the middle and keep transitioning the footy. Archer Gardner, great step there from Arch. Now he's going to go deep inside, 50 to the top of the square. Coming through Minot, can't quite get it. How good's that by Hourigan? Get back to help. He's got, oh, it's not a great kick, but by Lockie. It's going to go out on the full, and Isaac Campbell is going to be the one, and it's great by Josh Minogue. He said, no, Isaac, you're the left footer. You come and get this, and he'll have a shot. Tied in the pocket. About 30 around.
Just a little slip at the wrong time when he was disposing the footy there, and that was pushed out of bounds on the full. So he just need to be balanced to hit his target.
Normally a beautiful kick is Isaac Campbell. Campbell around the body. Doesn't quite get the bend on it. It's going to go through for a minor score. They're getting their chances here, the Hoppers. That's 1-3-9. 3 straight 18. 9-point game, ball game here on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard.
Curtis's kick in. Looks towards Smith out on the far side at half back. Well done, Darcy Cullen. Got a free hand pass as he was ripped off the footy to Reynolds. He's going to retreat 15 metres by hand. The Hoppers have worked this back to centre wing. Gardner off a step. Kicks to half forward. Hourigan's got that match up on Leighton Taylor. Brings him to ground. Umpire says, give it to me. Ball up. 55 around from Hopper's goal. That's
a real weapon for them, the kick out, isn't it? They've got to be careful on the far side there, North Albury. Every kick out that they've had, or every chance they've got to go to the netball side of the ground, and there's plenty of space out there for the Myrtleford Saints.
Gardner. Kick wobbles inside forward 50. Curtis tracks this back. Is tackled over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in. 30 round from North Albury goal. They trail 1-3-9 to Myrtleford, 3 straight 18. A fast start here to the Saints at the 18th minute mark for Maccas. First term for A-grade oils and batteries. When Ken Bobby might go around the grounds for Evolution Roofing.
Ball about to be tossed in front of that game traffic and contracting scoreboard. Cossa wins the tap. Just kicked off the ground there. Who's going to be clean? Oh, it's a great pick up by Reynolds, but it's a better tackle. What a tackle that is from Tommy Capillari. He gets the hold on the footy decision, and he's going to get it moving straight away. Goes sideways to East, who started the day with the head bandaged. Must have been something from last week. East now goes by hand to Jake Sharp. He's going to go back to Jackson East. East has it on centre wing on the far side. Goes to half forward. It's a poor kick. Turns over to Harry Weaven. For the Hoppers, he started quite well, and now he gives a handball to Wiedemann, and he's going to go backwards, give up about 30 metres to Julian Hayes, one of their distributors, and the Hoppers are going to transition the footy to the near side.
They've switched it to the club room side. The balcony pretty well represented here today.
As good as last time?
Probably not. Of course, it was a function for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints as Darcy Cullen's kick is really poor off the side of the boot.
That's 2 from Darcy.
Yep, and it floats out of bounds on the full, and Kai Augusta.
That's normally his one wood too, isn't it?
Yep. Has the free kick for the Saints. Look at that kick from Augusta. It was piercing to find Capillari in just a metre or two of space at half forward. He's a left-footer Capillari. Lead from Murphy Dale is ignored. So he sits this in the corridor looking for Sharp. Gets out the back, and I think Cullen's marked it. He has. So over his intended target. Cullen marks for North Albury, and the switch is on. Score hasn't changed. 3 straight 18 to 1-3-9. Saints by 9 points for game traffic and contracting.
Reynolds takes a running bounce from the back pocket. Nice kick out in front of Archer Gardner. Can't quite take it. Miotto's there to tackle him, but gets the handball away. Gets it to Hayes. Hayes, nice little bit of evasive work there. And another one. Goes backwards, happy to give up some room. Goes to Broomhead, who's at half back, and just says, hold on, boys. Let's settle down here. Might quickly go around the grounds if Bobby J's got some scores there.
Yeah, we've got Rovers off to a fast start. They're 26 points in front of Wodonga. We have Lavington 2 goals in front of Cora early doors. It's a soccer score, 3-1. Yarrawonga and Raiders at the moment there.
Might stay that way.
And Wangaratta have got a 2-goal lead over Albury.
As Penny has it, centre wing, goes short to his mate Reynolds. Reynolds takes a running bounce straight away. Dodges back inside. Now he kicks it inside 50. Oh, Kai Augusta. How good is that right there from Big Kai? The Saints are going to transition the footy from the back line again.
Just bombing it in there, attacking 50 at the moment, North Albury, and the Saints are well set up. Hayes wants a 1-2. He's going to launch from 45 here, Julian Hayes, and he misses to the near side. Beautiful set-up play there from North Albury. He was always going to set fire from long range, and the Hoppers move to 1-4-10 now. They're having their opportunities, trailing Myrtleford 3 straight 18. We've played 21 minutes for Maccas as we pause for the heckler, and the Saints lead by 8 points.
Augusta from fullback this time. Jeez, he kicks it long footy, but it turns over. No, Flack stole it off Wiedemann before he could finish the mark. Gets a 1-2 with Duncan. Our man, Fester. Flack now goes inside 50 to the top of the 50. Finds Hayes, and I reckon he has the distance on this quite comfortably, and he'll go back and have a shot all of 55 metres, the slightest of angles.
He's been in red-hot form the last 3 or 4 minutes. He's had 6 touches the last little period for 40 winks.
Julian Hayes at the other end of the ground is where he does his best work, but he's floated forward and he's going to have a shot. Rolls around now from 53 metres, sets sail, and he loved it, did Big Julian. Put that one through post high as well for a steal line goal that day, and the Hoppers needed that one. They're 2-4. Sorry, 2-4-16. Just waiting for the scoreboard to tick over to 3 straight 18. Thanks to game traffic and contracting, we're on 22 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
It wasn't a pure strike. It was a little bit of a wobbly drop punt, but got the journey post high. He's a prodigious kicker of the footy, and it's great to see a halfbacker getting some results on the scoreboard as well. He's been a great running. He's got the socks up today, so that means he means business today, Jules. We've seen him a couple of times with 1 up, 1 down, or 1 down, 1 up, but now he's got 2 up today, and he's playing a good brand of footy.
The only thing we can hope for is that man loses his voice.
Goes home at half time.
I rate it highly. Bit of sarcasm in that. Mooney dispossessed, holding the footy, and a free kick here to the Saints. East kick inside 50 was smothered by Broomhead. Flack dropped the ball. Hot on the holding the ball today, but that was there, and it's a free kick to the Saints. At least they are consistent, Monty.
That's it, mate. As long as they're consistent, we love what they call.
So Munro with a free kick for the Saints. Goes laterally right across the other side of the ground. And my man Lockie Hourigan bumped into him at Aldi the other day. Lovely chat with Hourigan. Gets it back in a 1-2, then runs into a wall. Holding the body had to be Julian Hayes. In fact, Jack Penny ripped him to the ground. Hayes tackles big Toby Costa now. And the umpire says, give it to me. Saints got away with one on the far side there,
no,
Monty.
I didn't mind that one. I didn't think he quite had the prior opportunity, and he still got a boot to it. So, yeah, I don't mind it. If he had missed the boot, yep, pay it.
First quarter action for A-grade Alls and Batteries. We've played 23 minutes for Maccas. Saints by 2 points, and here they go again. They load up inside forward 50, looking for Dominic Bedendo. Jackson Wiedemann wearing him like a glove, and we'll have a throw in 30 around from the Saints goal.
Jackson East on the 40 winks. How's he going? Looks like he's had a fair bit of it.
He's had 8 touches for 40 winks early doors.
Of course, that's Bobby J, thanks to Kyra Tiles. Ball about to be tossed in. The town end. Umpire just taking his time, tossed in now. Big Smith wins the tap. Oh, well done, Reynolds at ground level, gets it at Cullen. And then again, onwards to that man, Don Brew, who we're all here to see. His kick out in front of Taylor. Taylor just steps it over the boundary line. He's stiff because he had a runner in Foster Gardner. And he had a lot of space in front of him. But it's going to be a throw-in centre wing, far side of the ground.
You mentioned earlier, Monty, Jackson East has got his head heavily bandaged. He had a head collision with Jake Sharp last week, and I'm surprised both guys are alive, let alone have his head taped up.
Friendly fire from 2 courageous operators. Boundary throw-in on the far side. First term for A-grade Alls and Batteries. I reckon that one's going to be Okay, a free kick to Tenardi. Goes short to half forward, looking for Bedendo, who's going to get a free kick for a hold against Jackson Wiedemann. So the Saints have an opportunity to go inside forward 50 with some precision here. They lead by 2 points. A good opening term for A-grade Alls and Batteries.
Big kick of the footy.
Bedendo, high up and under, is going to sit this 15 out from goal. Riley Smith, ironically, doing the roving. Snap on goal from Munro is touched off the boot, and it's through for a minor score. 3-1-19. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints, the North Albury 2-4-16. A 3-point lead to the Saints as we tick up towards quarter time.
It's Hayes now with a long kick in. It's a one-on-one between Bedendo and Wiedemann. Wiedemann needs to win this because otherwise it's going back inside 50, but Bedendo We'll just run this one over the boundary line as we might quickly go around the grounds again with Bobby J.
Oh, you caught me out, Monty.
As we'll just wait for that one as the ball's going to be tossed in about 80 away from home. Cossa gives that one to Tenardi. Nice quick handball to Del Bosco inside 50 now. The Saints. Great work here. Oh, look at that. What a handball that is. And Flacky now has it for the Hoppers. His kick out in the space in front of Reynolds. Gets a poor bounce to Reynolds. Capillary's there for the Saints and chops it off with a beautiful left foot. Goes inside 50 again and finds Smith on the chest. And Smith will have to kick this one 52, 53 metres, I think. And I don't know if the big fella's got it in him.
I saw him kick a goal against Corowa here in the year from about this distance,
Okay.
Monty, from memory. So I reckon he's going to have the distance. It's just whether the big boy has the accuracy.
Great composure by Capillary too, just to sum up the situation. Could have blazed away and hit the top of the square, but he saw the big fella come at him.
What are his 40 winks at the moment? We're doing his today? Tommy's?
No, we're not doing Tommy's. I was thinking about 15.
We bypassed him for Bedendo.
Yeah, he's only had 12, but that's okay. As Riley Smith, the Myrtleford variety, takes his time, gets a run up now from the paint of the 50. He's got the distance. Don't worry about that. He says, shove that one, Monty. I've got the distance, and it's through for a steel line goal today to Riley Smith and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. That's their fourth. They're 4-1-25. North Albury at 2-4-16 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. And we've gone 26 and a half minutes thanks to McDonald's.
Great call, Mont. Yeah, we had the perfect view. We're right behind the kick, and he flushed it. And he's very important, him and Cossa in regards to the setup of the Saints going forward. They can be real damaging come September time, and for them to hit the scoreboard, put some real pressure on the opposition defence is pretty critical for their chances going forward. And they look real good. They look switched on today.
They certainly do, the Saints. Inside 50 count, Bobby J.
Inside 50s, 12 to Myrtleford and 11 to North Albury.
I felt like it's a bit more heavily favoured to the Saints. They've certainly had the better of the opening quarter, even though North Albury have kicked 2 goals, 4. 5 scoring shots to 6. Looks like Julian Hayes has gone in the middle as well, and Tim Prumed's gone across half back. A heavy tag from Mitch Del Bosco. Out of the middle comes Jackson East. Kick into the pocket. Murphy Dale's got about 10 metres on Fleet Gardner. Dale, his kick across his body was smothered by Gardner. Regains it. Shallow kick looking for a teammate in Riley Smith, but Archer Gardner working back hard in defence for North Albury. Takes a mark. Goes out to the far side to Jack Penny, and the Hoppers away through Foster Gardner.
Finds Taylor on a lead on centre wing. Far side of the ground. Rolls around straight away. Gives a handball back to Penny. Penny's handballs are high up and under. Puts Archer Gardner under some pressure. Miotto applies a tackle, so he just throws it in the air, and it's chopped off by Munro. Capillary's in the chain now, and Bedendo's got it out in front of him. Well done, Wiedemann. Just knocked him out of the way.
Oh.
Reynolds come in, got the footy, and he's wrapped up straight away. And we'll have a ball up in the middle of the grounds. We quickly might get a few around the grounds, Bobby J, if you've got that one up.
Yeah, Rovers have jumped Wodonga at Martin Park there, 36-7. There's 5 goals in front there. We have Lavington 4 goals in front of Corowa. The score hasn't changed at Raiders and Yarrawonga game, but the Wangaratta game, they are 5 goals in front of Albury.
That one on 2AY, definitely not on Edge FM. Julian Hayes has had his own footy in this first quarter, tracking this one towards half forward, fumbling and trying to gather. Saints tackling him. We have a ball up right on the edge of the square. 10 metres in front of North Albury's forward 50. 25 plays 16. 29 minutes played for Maccas as the siren sounds to end the first quarter. And a pretty good game of football, free-flowing stuff. 29 minutes that one went. The Saints lead 4-1-25 to North Albury 2-4-16. It's O&M Live on Edge FM, where you won't miss a thing.
Kia, movement that inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Whoa. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Woo. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor. Able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Out of the box and primed for the show. On your marks, get set. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The Athlete's Foot. Fit for every run.
Quarter time here at the McNamara Reserve. Yes, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints lead 4-1-25 to North Albury, 2-4-16. A pretty good game of footy here at the McNamara Reserve, which is Sunbay, blue skies, a ripping spring-like day. Dare we say it in August. Blake Penderescott with you, Scotty Montgomery. We've got Bobby Jackson as well for Corowa Tiles, Corowa Better Electrical. Give us some of our quarters best if you can, Bobby J, for Albury Vital Air.
Quarters best for the Myrtleford Saints. We've got Jackson East, who started pretty hot. He's got the 9 touches, along with Simon Curtis and Mitch Tanay got the 7 each. For the North Albury Hoppers, Julian Hayes had a really significant second half of that first quarter. He had the 9 touches, and Jack Penny's also got the 5 touches as well. He's got to work through the middle, but all in all, the team stats are relatively the same inside 50s, 12-11 in Myrtleford's favour. The clearances, I've got Myrtleford leading the clearances 9-4 around the ground. So that's a stat that's sticking out to me at this stage. But quite a good start by both sides.
All righty, might go around the grounds if we can. Quarter time in the Ovens and Murray for Evolution Roofing. Bobby J or Monty, what's happening in some of the other round 18 games?
Lots of big games today and lots we're not really that interested in, but I like how good they are. We've got Wangaratta Rovers taking on Wodonga. It's 36-7 there, Wangaratta Rovers way. We have a 22-point lead to Lavington at quarter time over the Corowaroos. Only kicked the sole point for the first quarter, did Corowa. It's 4-1. Down at JC Low Oval, Yarrawonga taking on the Raiders. So it could be a long day there, not for the scorers there anyway, but for the watchers. And it's a 5-goal lead, 5-2, 32 to 2 behinds. Wangaratta leading Albury.
A couple of one-sided games and then a couple of gorgeous games.
There's a couple of close ones. 4-1's pretty close.
That's the soccer score.
I'm about to say they play Australian rules football.
And just quite the second quarter started.
The EPL is on tonight.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy.
There'll be an early finish down there where there's going to be no goals scored.
Yeah, quarter's going maybe a tad over 20 minutes.
You normally take the piss and say it could be a nil or draw, but it could well be a nil or draw.
Second quarter's about to get underway here for Jaco Aubrey-Wodonga. Jump in a Jaco. Of course, beautiful day to be in the caravan today. We're just waiting for these kids to get off the ground.
Beautiful day to be out in the sunshine. It's finals footy weather.
I remember when I was 12, 13 coming here, I was sitting on the inside of the ground. Of course, we're talking 16, 17 years ago. Monty, times have changed. We're underway for Jaco Aubrey-Wodonga.
And Cossa and Mooney do battle again in the middle. Cossa gets that tap. Broomhead's going to get it for the Hoppers, but gives a handball to Hayes and then to Gardner. Some big players there for North Albury. Gardner the size to use his legs and drive it inside 50. Goes towards Murphy. That's got to be a free kick.
Yep.
Against Kelvin. Just grabbed him when the ball was in flight and said, I'm going to take you to ground here. And the umpire said, yep, you can't do that there, Riley. So a free kick to Josh Murphy. 45-degree angle and about 40 metres out.
Because the ball moves so quickly, the defenders get nervous when they're one out, and they know that the help's not going to get there in time, and that's what just happened there. Murph caused all sorts of attention for Calvin, and unfortunately he caused a misdemeanor, and now Murph's having a shot on goal, 45-degree angle.
If you looked up definition of a hold free kick in the dictionary, that is a picture-perfect free kick, Monty.
But just the decision from Archer Gardner there to use his legs and drive, run at 10-15, just gave them that option for Murphy to get the free kick, and Murph does not let them down. Puts that one through. That's his first of the day. North Albury gets the first of the second quarter. They move to 3-4-22, 3 point behind Myrtleford, who are 4-1-25 on the CMB truck and bus scoreboard. And we've gone about a minute, thanks to McDonald's.
There's a lot of Wayne Carey about his kicking style, isn't there? Just loping in and just
bit of a waddle.
Hits it nice and sweet, and that was going nowhere else but through the middle. And that's a perfect start for North Albury in the second quarter. They get to reset at quarter time and tinker with a few different things, and there's no better way than to start with a goal in the first minute.
So the two Joshes didn't kick a goal in that opening quarter for North Albury. It didn't take long for Murph to get himself in the game in the second quarter, as Monty called beautifully, only gone about a minute for Jaco, and big Toby Cossa gets it out of the middle. His kick was partially smothered by Brute. Reynolds wins it back. Good kick to half forward Winter. Marks in a paddock here for North Albury. Into the pocket, looking for Murphy again. Well done, Calvin. Minogue onto Taylor, who hand pass looking for Murphy, was intercepted by Jackson East, who works so hard every week for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. His clearing kick bounces towards the boundary line on centre wing, and it will be thrown back in, just favouring North Albury. I tell you what, Bobby J, I reckon Jack Reynolds has started good for North Albury.
He has. He's picking up the small forward. He started on Brady Riccardi early doors, but it looks like he's going to Matty Munro right now, so he's got a big job.
Cossa gets a tap again. Brew's going to lead to it. Is the boundary line going to win? And the boundary line is. And just quickly around the grounds for Evolution Roofing, we have a goal down at JC Loeb. They've finally kicked one.
We certainly have.
It's the Raiders.
Raiders have hit the lead.
7-4.
7-4. So it could be a big scorer down there now. They might open the floodgates from here. This ball's about to be tossed in. 70 away from North Albury's goal, kicking into the town end in this second quarter. Bit of a stalemate there in the ruck. Brews there. Tackled straight away. Few appeals for a free kick. The number says no. We'll ball it up.
I have a bit of information about our first quarter heckler. Apparently he has been moved on by a Saints official.
Really? I love it. I wouldn't mind him coming and sitting just under us, I reckon, just to give us a bit more ambience. Handy. As we love our ambience here on O&M Live.
I reckon I'd hook him right in the jaw.
3 minutes gone, thanks to McDonald's. Second quarter action, thanks to Jaco Aubrey-Wodonga. Here's Panda Escott.
Archer Gardner, tackled by Mitch Tenardi straight away. Wrestled to the ground by Big Mitch. A few different weight classes there.
Just a little bit.
And we have a ball up as Mitch Del Bosco does not give Tim Broomhead an inch at this stoppage. Winter working hard for North Albury. Finds a hand pass to Gardner. Ripped straight away by Matty Munro. And it will be a free kick to Archer Gardner, who's just starting to cause the Saints a few little headaches with his run and carry. End of 50. I reckon that's pretty stiff.
Nah, that's there. Umpire didn't call play on.
That's why you're a very, very good umpire, Monty. So just explain what happened.
So as he went to arc around, Matty Munro come off the mark to try and smother, but the umpire had not called play on yet. And doesn't matter, even if you think it's play on, the umpire still has to call it with that new stand rule. So very good decision there.
So Archer Gardner is going to be marched to the top of the goal square. And he's going to put this one through, you would expect, for North Albury to regain the lead. He does. So 28 plays, 25. The Hoppers with the first 2. That's Archer Gardner's second of the second quarter for Jaco Orbridonga, Bobby Jackson, Corotiles.
Yeah, certainly a real bonus when your midfielders and your outside, or your hard runners are kicking goals. And Archer Gardner certainly that. He's a hard running midfielder who's actually coming off for a spell now. He's to get scoreboard pressure from those type of players is absolute gold when you've got key forwards under enormous pressure all the time.
There's a barbecue, I reckon, getting cooked on that balcony, and it smells.
Away.
Look at Travis smiling like a Cheshire cat. Look at him.
He loves it.
I can smell it too.
Archer Gardner, I tell you what, the improvement in him over the last 2 years is unbelievable. And you see why he's played some VFL footy this year. He's just so dynamic and really sets up a lot of drive for North Albury. This ball's back in the middle. Costa gets another tap. It's going to fall the way of Del Bosco now. Del Bosco, look at the chase down from Foster Gardner. Doesn't quite get there. Kick inside 50. How good is that? Mitchy Del Bosco. That is an elite kick onto the chest of Lockie Murphy-Dale. And he'll go back and have a shot from about 30 out on 45-degree angle.
Perfect kick. On his left foot, into space, and Lockie Murphy-Dale. He's got some nice touches early doors, and this is his second shot on goal, and the Myrtleford Saints would love him up and running.
Right now, I reckon Mitchy Del Bosco has the points against Timmy.
Absolutely, he does.
The kicking inside 50 has been elite. Murphy-Dale now on the boot. Didn't celebrate straight away. Hits the post. Minor score takes Myrtleford to 4-2, 26. 2 points in the rears of North Albury, 4-4, 28 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. And we've gone nearly 6 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
We certainly have. Here in the second quarter, that's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Julian Hayes with the kick-in duties for North Albury. Takes 20, 30 metres of space. And Monty and I were speaking about that during the week. It's a real weapon. And teams need to man the mark better, I reckon. Wiedemann wins it back across half-back onto Gardner. He's able to get around Murphy-Dale. Nice little kick. Flack and his teammate get in the way of each other, and the Saints win it back through the middle of the ground. They link up by hand. Intercepted, though, by Campbell. Broomhead off a step. Piercing hand pass is good. Finds Flack in some space, who mopes through the middle of the ground. Kicks towards Dennis. Good work there from, I'm not sure who that was from the Saints' defence. I reckon it was Diesel Beatty. It was. The Saints with a bit of work to do in defence. Calvin taps it to Munro. Hand pass, beautiful over the top to Maraca. And the Saints are away with an inboard kick.
And a great kick finds East. East is going to come straight away towards our broadcast position. He has Lockie Miotto. Miotto can run. He's going to go inside 50. It's not the best kick. Flynn Gardner gets sport by Murphy-Dale. Diving on it was Wiedemann. Flynn Gardner's over the top now. Miotto goes back to fix up his mistake. Bedendo, kick around the corner, the beauty. Just a little check side around the body, finds Murphy-Dale, and he's got some options in the middle, but he goes, no, boys, I'm going to go back and have a shot from about 50 out on a slide angle.
That was clever by Lockie Murphy-Dale. He was in the contest originally and then worked out that the contest was even numbers, and he just rolled out the back into some space, and Bedendo hit him with a perfect pass inside 50. It was just clever.
How good was the vision from Bedendo?
Yeah.
Just to
touch as well.
Yeah, deft kick inside 50. And Murphy-Dale will have the perfect angle on this one, as will Travis Cartwright on the camera. O&M Snap Print Solutions TV. Murphy-Dale now on the runway from 48. Looks all right, but it's fading. Gets the distance, but it's going to be a minor score. Takes Myrtleford to 4-3-27. North Albury 4-4-28. 1 point ball game thanks to CMV Truck and Bus. And we've gone nearly 8 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
Broomhead, kick-in duties onto Wiedemann, who marks at half-back. Wants to play on and loop it over the top to Flack, who's providing some run for North Albury. He mopes down the far side. Inboard kick back into the channel. Bounces over the head of Foster Gardner. Well done, Lockie Horrigan. Beeline the Sharon and wins it back for the Saints. Maraca's hand pass was turned over. Smith on to Brew. Left foot kicks a beauty. Right in the centre circle. Darcy Cullen marks for North Albury. Could have went to Isaac Campbell. Ignored that. He's going to go long inside forward 50. Murphy. Well done, Calvin, to get a last-minute spoil in there. That was really important from the Saints. Capillari short kick finds Maraca. And there's a whistle.
Yeah, Calvin just got dropped off the ball. He might have been our man Fester.
It was, and free kick play on as Murphy-Dale marks at half forward. Saints trail by 1 point. Dale, beautiful kick into the pocket, finding Riccardi. In fact, in the corridor, and Brody Riccardi will line up directly in front. Once again, Bobby J, that transition footy from the Saints.
Super quick, isn't it? It's really impressive how they protect each other's space and know where to run and know where each other are at every given time. And Lockie Murphy-Dale, as soon as he got that footy, he just basically turned on a three bint and turned and looked inside 50.
And how good was the kick? Just took him to the space away from where Harry Weaven was trying to get to. It was absolutely beautiful from Murphy-Dale.
You put it down to Calvin Spoil on Josh Murphy at the last minute of Brady Riccardi kicks this goal. Directly in front, he's hooked it. So that's 3 shots they've missed in this second quarter after North Albury kicked the first 2 goals and scores a level. 4-4-28. Myrtleford, North Albury 4-4-28 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Must be this end of the ground, the Mount Buffalo end. Just a bit breezier maybe. That's the third they've kicked, and North Albury kicked 4 behinds in the first quarter. So Hayes now goes short, finds Duncan, back to Hayes. This is what they like to do. They're 50 away from their opposing goals now, and he just goes sideways, finds Wiedemann. Mr. Kennedy at half-back now goes short, finds Peppers Campbell. Campbell right in front of the North Albury bench in our broadcast position here. Goes inboard. It's not a great kick, set up a little bit, but it's a good grab by Foster Gardner. Handballs now to Winter, who gets moving straight away and goes towards half forward. Well done, Kelvin again on Murphy. Coming through was Harrington, didn't take it with him. Riley Smith gives it back to Myrtleford. He's going to be pinged for a throw. The free kick's going to go to Harrington at half back for the Saints. And he's got plenty of options, and the Saints will move it here.
So Harrington at half back. We'll get to Bobby's for some 40-week stats right now if you can, Bobby J.
Yeah, Jackson East has had the 4 early touches in this second quarter. Started off hot again, but also Cade Wynn and Julian Hayes have had the 4 touches for the North Albury Hoppers.
Munro's kick finds Jake Sharp at half forward. Link-up play from behind comes from Harrington into the pocket. Wasn't a great kick, looking for Riley Sharp. Weaving first there for North Albury. Oh, just got a kick away in a nick of time as Riccardi grabbed him. Sharp's looping hand pass over the top towards Harrington, who's played well. All this happening near the boundary at half forward for the Saints. Isaac Campbell just brings Harrington over the boundary line.
I think Damon was happy with that.
He was. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 55 around from Myrtleford goal. Scores a level. 28 apiece. Ooh. Whoopsie daisy. Finally, we are having a good game that I'm calling, Monty.
4-4, 28 apiece. As Panda said, Smith takes it out of the ruck, then gets dispossessed. Brew gets tackled straight away.
It can be hard to say, can't it, if you're not switched on.
A piece.
There's some worse words you can say, I'll tell you that right now. Like Craig Funky Miller.
Gold Coast Suns.
If you get what I'm saying.
That happened the other night on air.
Did it really?
Suns,
Someone do the Jared Healy.
On the Triple M.
That's true.
Yes, a good tap there from Smith. Brew starting to work his way into this game beautifully. Gets the clearing kick around the body on the left boot. Out of bounds on the full butt. You'll like that one back. And Curtis is going to have it here. He's about 90 away from home. Just forward of centre wing. Having a look. He's been called to play on now. Goes long with that kick inside 50. Goes towards Smith. Well done, Broomhead. Got back to help. East's kick gets smothered off the boot. He goes out of bounds. About 30 around from the Myrtleford goals. Nearly 12 minutes gone here thanks to Macca's. 28 apiece. All tied up here at the McNamara Reserve. And what it is for round 18 footy.
Even though the scores are dead set level, and also the inside 50s, both clubs are really penetrating that inside 50, and they're just trying to work each other out here.
Sharp doing the ruck work down at El Bosco, tackled by Broomhead in the pocket. We'll have a stoppage. 2 goals in this second quarter for Jaco to North Albury. Myrtleford have had their fair share of opportunities. Sharp, beautiful tap down. Tenardi was tackled straight away.
Too
and there's a free kick by the non-officiating umpire, and it's going to go to Jake Sharp. And he will line up from a slight angle, 20 metres out. He should pop this one through.
I think that's the right decision, Monty. I think we both sort of saw it from this angle. He sort of come up over the top, and I'm not sure how you can tackle a 6'7" guy high in this day and age.
I feel Ash Broughton might have been just a bit blindsided by it too. That's why umpire Bassett made the right call and come in from 50 metres away, but it was definitely there. So good decision, and Jake Sharp should put this one through, Panda.
Kicked a couple of goals this year, Jake Sharp. Just good to see him back out there playing footy for a full season. Comes in and he's hooked it badly.
It's got to be that end.
It has to be that Mount Buffalo end, because the Saints have now missed 4 behinds in this second quarter. They were 4-1. They're now 4-5-29 to North Albury, 4-4-28. They have grabbed back the lead by 1 point, but I can't help but think, Monty, this might come back to hurt them.
Absolutely. And you know what happens now? North Albury go to the other end and kick a goal with one inside 50. So Hayes now with that long kick goes towards centre wing. It's out into a bit of space. Who's going to be the first one there to be clean? Ball's nearing the boundary line. Well, the Hoppers now, they got it all the way from 2 kicks to half forward. But Costa, I tell you what, he's growing into this role at half back every single week and getting better and stronger, I feel. His kick goes short. It goes to Maraca. Goes towards centre wing to Cossa. Cossa has an option in East over the top, and he goes to him now. Look at him move. Jackson East got the mummified head. He goes inside 50. Matty Munro's there. Can it get over top of Gardner? Well done, Flynn. Was able to bring it to ground. Munro goes and gets it again. Tries to get up so he doesn't get pinged for jumping on it. James Pope with a really good tackle there. But transition footy from both teams has been top-notch, first class, and that's what we want to see in a clash with such magnitude.
Ball up. Del Bosco, as he was about to get boot to ball, caught holding the ball by a couple of North Albury players. One of those, Dom Brew, with the free kick. How many
quarter's been good.
Dom Brew now, Bob Jackson?
Dom Brew, 4 for this quarter, 7 in total.
Had a quiet first quarter by his own standards. So he's going to switch the footy to Flynn Gardner, who is going to be up there in North Albury's best and fairest this year, Monty.
He's up there for mine for one of the most improved players in the Ovens and Murray.
Sort of doing what Harry Smart did last year for the Wang Magpies. Here's Campbell, who's got Jack Reynolds down the line. Strange just ignores him. Goes long to a 1-on-2 instead. Good fist there for Maraca. And the Saints will force a boundary throw in right on centre wing. Bobby, I'm not sure why Campbell ignored Jack Reynolds then.
I just feel as though he didn't allow him enough time to get back off the mark, and he'd been caught not getting there quick enough. I think might have been by hand. He could have got there by hand.
29-28, Saints up by a point. C&V Truck and Bus scoreboard. We've gone 15 minutes for Maccas.
Ball tossed in now, centre wing. Great tap by Smith, just missed his target in Maraca. Archer Gardner gets a handball back to Campbell. Campbell's kick somehow finds Duncan standing there by himself. Handball to Reynolds, running, kick inside 50s over the top of Dogger Dennis. Minogue's there. What can Minogue do? Sharp's worrying him out of it. Then Minogue goes and gets it, and then he's caught holding the footy now. How good is that Lockie Hourigan? His year has been underrated, I feel. He has been there time and time again, and it's actually Diesel Beatty. He's been fantastic too, and he'll go back and have a free kick in the back pocket. 1 point ball game here, Myrtleford Alpine Saints with the lead.
Go short to Brady Sharp. Might get some 40 winks if you can, Bobby Jackson.
40 winks. We've got Jackson East with the 6 touches. He's really working his way into the game. He's just a workman.
Big fly from Bedendo. In fact, it's been marked by Darcy Cullen.
That's who he jumped on.
That's exactly right, and he took the mark as Cullen winds up on the left foot, goes inside forward 50. Brady Sharp was sort of half-tunnelled under the footy. Duncan ducks his head, tackled straight away. And we'll have a ball up inside forward 50 for North Albury. Quickly again, Bobby Jason, 40 winkers.
Yes, a surprising stat for me is the inside 50. It's 7 apiece for both the sides. So it's strange where we just got a feeling that Myrtleford seems to be having most of the inside 50s with the pressure on the scoreboard.
Caden Winter going to be first on this footy. Tackled straight away beautifully by Mitch Donati.
Both teams are tackled really well today.
Yep.
A lot of pressure around the ball.
So much at stake. Of course, the winner will claim a top 3 spot. Loser will play the Wang Magpies next week. Smith's tap towards Brew. Went past him. Flack. He's been one of North Albury's better players in the last month. Links up with Brew. Back to Flack. North Albury trying to work this through the corridor. Hayes gives an inside hand pass to Brew, who's got a little bit of space in the middle of the McNamara Reserve. Good kick towards Dogger Dennis, right in front of the pocket of space from Dom Brew. And Dogger Dennis will line up here. He'll have to kick every bit of 50 metres, Bobby J.
Certainly will. I feel as though the breeze is working against him here, just off the back of a shot at goal that in the first quarter from Riley Smith that just held up in the breeze. So he's going to need every bit he's got here, Dogger.
Feel like Dom Brew's just working into the game now, Monty, after a slow start. So Dogger Dennis has kicked the 22 goals for the year. Has to kick this every bit of 50. Hooks it in the search of just a little bit of distance. And it's through for a behind and scores a level. Again, 4-5-29 apiece for C&V Truck and Bus. We've played 17 and a half minute for Maccas. Here's Monty for the Northo. Piss, Mackies, blah.
Mackies,
What's
yeah,
going
he's
on
done
here?
well today. As Simon Curtis is going to get the free kick, and they just allow him to run. This is exactly what we talked about with Julian Hayes. He gets the 40 metres out before someone goes near him, and then he kicks it to centre wing. Who's going to be the one that gets it? It's Flint Gardner, who reads it the best for the Hoppers. He's turned it over now, goes short to Broomhead. Broomhead has it, just forward to centre wing.
Opposition coaches got to be better at that. Nick Patton does the same thing for Lavington, Hayes for North Albury, and Curtis for Myrtleford.
Nick Newton as well. As now Broomhead's kick inside 50. Oh, well done, Minogue. Just crashed the pack. Ball at ground level now. Who can be clean? Just fumbling out was Taylor. Then Capillari's kick around the body. Found Del Bosco. Just standing in the right position. Now moves it on to Maraca. Oh, had to tackle Weave and decided the bump, and now they're out here through Tenardi. Oh, what a chase, Timmy Broomhead. How good is that? Mawson's concrete play of the day to the coach of the North Albury Hoppers, and he's going to send it back inside 50 from centre wing here.
That was a beautiful tackle from Tim Broomhead as Tenardi was just about to kick the footy. Broomhead's kick would have burnt a few worms as it went along the ground, and the Saints win it back. Will it sit for Tenardi on the far side? It won't. He had no one around him for 50 metres.
Because Timmy's blown up from the chase down tackle.
And a boundary throw-in out on the far side. Bobby Jackson, Cora Tiles, bit of a stalemate here at the moment, isn't it?
Certainly is. Don Bruce, as you said, getting to work for 40 winks. He's had 6 touches in the second quarter, along with Julian Hayes for the Hoppers. They've really got plenty of footy, both of those guys.
Wiedemann doing the ruck. Brew again. In fact, it was Winter. Goes back to Kane Flack as there's a little bit of anger coming from the box next to us. Reynolds links up with Caden Winter, who kicks inside forward 50. Murphy, free kick. Yeah, they're just grabbing Murphy, and they're a little bit worried, the Saints' defence, when it goes in quick. And that one was there again, Monty, and Murphy will line up for goal number 2. Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, you're certainly right. Once there's quick, clean footy inside that forward 50, the defenders are getting nervous because they haven't got that extra support coming across with third man up. So that's the way they should be going today, North. We'll be getting that ball in nice and quick so Murphy and Minogue can get to work.
See, the way Murphy likes, he doesn't come back at the footy. He likes to put his ass back into the opposition player, and that's why they grab, because that's where the momentum is, and it's great forward craft from Josh Murphy.
So Josh Murphy directly in front. Will it get the distance? It just sneaks through. That's Josh Murphy's second and 55th for the year. And the Hoppers have kicked the only 3 goals in this second quarter. They lead by 1 straight kick, 35-29 for CMV Truck and Bus.
Wasn't exactly his sweetest kick off the boot, Murph, but it went through the middle all the same. And he's, as Monty said, he's learning those little tricks of the trade, being a key forward and being a target down forward for North Albury. So, he's very, very important for the North Albury Footy Club moving forward, particularly in the final series coming up.
What are our clearance numbers in this quarter, please, Bobby?
The clearance numbers, North Albury are 6-2 in the clearances around the ground. So they're starting to sort of get back in the game.
Even though Jamie Mooney's probably not a recognised ruckman, he's doing a great job against one of the better 1-2 punches in the competition. As Cossa gets that tap again, East tackled straight away by Brew. I feel he's probably part of the reason why those clearance numbers are the way they are in this second quarter. Don Brew been really good. Umpire Bassett now has it. Cossa and Mooney, no one really wins that tap. Winter overruns it. Coming through was East again, then Winter just gets a fist on it. It's into space. Colagero, what can he do? Can't pick it up. Haven't called his name too often today either, and his handball's a terrible one. Turns over. Gardner with Winter. Now to Brew. Brew gets a handball again. He's got Wiedemann, who's got Campbell, and he's got space in front of him. He can run. He has a bounce. Keep running, Isaac. What are you going to do with that left boot? Goes inside looking for Minogue. Not the best kick. Minogue worried out of it. Well done, Foster Gardner. That's how you crumb. And then that man, ever reliable, Simon Curtis, is back on the goal line. Just knocks it through for a minor score. Makes it a 7-point ball game, 5-6-36 to 4-5-29 on the CMB Truck and Bus. We're on 21.5 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
Capillari's kick in the middle of the ground wasn't great. Look at the fend off from Brew to get past a couple. Cullen onto Mooney. Mooney back into the corridor, floating kick. Minogue against Sharp. Sharp doing really well in that contest early doors. Broomhead thought he gave away a free kick for a hold. Gang tackle there from Broomhead and Dennis.
Free, too high.
Well picked up.
By Bassett.
Yeah, by Bobby Jackson for Cora Tiles. Just Don Brew's numbers, Bobby J, in this second quarter.
He's really gotten busy. He's eight touches for the second quarter.
Tenardi, the recipient of that free kick, goes to Lockie Horrigan at half back. Goes by hand to Kai Augusta, who's got to get rid of it pretty quickly. Tackled, holding the ball. It just wasn't the right option. And Augusta gives away a free kick, and North Albury win it back. Taylor into the pocket. Del Bosco went with a double fist up when he could have marked. And we'll have a boundary throw in 55 around from North Albury goal. Just feel like in this second quarter at the moment, Bobby J, they have the momentum.
They are. They're certainly getting better quality of football moving forward and taking the most of their opportunities, whereas Myrtleford just seem to be missing the opportunity to hit the scoreboard more than what they have.
Ball tossed in, half forward for the Hoppers. Goes towards the boundary line again. Gardner and Cossa do battle. This tosses over the boundary line now. Don Brew and Toby Cossa, this little push and shove. Do you reckon Kai Augusta knows how quick Archie Gardner is?
No.
Yeah, you don't run past for a ball when Archie Gardner's on the mark, I wouldn't have thought, because he's going to get you.
And no offence to Kai. I mean, he's a beautiful kick and a great player, but he doesn't seem like a real quick one.
No, not compared to Archie Gardner, that's for sure. As the umpire now, to toss this one back in. He does. Cossa and Mooney. Mooney taps that one. Really good one. Beatty now gets a handball away, but it's turned over. Hayes from 45. Julian, what can he do? It goes right to the goal line, through for a minor score. Geez, that would have brought the house down right in front of us with the North Albury's faithful, I feel. It's 5-7-37 North Albury leading Myrtleford 4-5-29 on the CMB truck and bus. And we've gone 23 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
Julian Hayes for 40 winks has had the 7 touches in the second quarter, back up his 9 in the first. He's had some real important footy, and a lot of it seems to be forward of the centre circle. So he's had a real influential day with the ball going inside 50 today, Julian.
1 goal, 2 for Julian Hayes as well across half back. Curtis's kick's a beauty towards Agosta. Winter carrying on after him. Horrigan, good hand pass to Tenardi, who has a little bit of space and can come inside the corridor. Sharp, good mark on centre wing. And this is where it opens up for Myrtleford through the corridor. Finds Calagero. Link-up play come from Munro, who can fire for goal or go into the pocket. He does. It wasn't the greatest kick for Riccardi. It's out in front of him. Good hand pass to East. Tight in the pocket across his body. Jackson East! Minor score. That would have been a steer line goal today. They are so quick at transferring the football to Myrtleford. Minor score. They've kicked 5 behinds in this second quarter. 4-6-30 to North Albury, 5-7-37. We've played 24.5 for Maccas. Second term for Jaco Albury-Wodonga.
Every opportunity they get, they want to hit that centre corridor, the next lane over, and then they've got a teammate running a separate angle to receive the handball there. The handball to Matty Munro was absolutely elite through the midfield.
As now Julian Hayes again gets that 20 metres and goes, boof. It's not his best kick, but turns over. Beatty has it, rolls on straight away. Goes back inside 50. He's not going to find a target. Bounce, and Harry Weaver just punches that one over and puts a dint into that nice little Amarok sitting just over the fence.
Geez, you got a good eye, Monty, to find that's an Amarok.
Yeah,
maybe I'm just blind.
I know my ute shapes. It's all right. Ball's about to be tossed in now. 20 metres around from the Myrtleford goals. They probably need a goal here just to...
I just saw Flynn Gardner getting a little bit of work on his back and his hammy on that stretcher, and he's just walking in front of us looking just a little worrying.
A little bit ginger, isn't
it?
Yep.
Any issue, do not put him back out there. There's a big month ahead here, so I'd like to think that if there's any issue at all, they will.
There's a free kick to Brew here, was getting held at the stoppage.
There's now Brew. He's going to go back, finds Wiedemann. Wiedemann has Reynolds in the back pocket, and he's got another one in Pope on. No, he goes inside and goes to Cullen. Cullen, he'll come to Pope now. Right in front of our broadcast position. He can run. Oh, he drops the mark, but was spent it before he had it. Now he's got a few options. He had a bit of time. Wiedemann, nice little sidestep around Miotto. Back to Pope. Pope's kick just long down the line. Reynolds turning around, but Cossa takes the intercept mark, and Myrtleford have it at half back.
Sharp, inboard. Good kick finds Calagero.
Bit of a limp on James Pope after that contest.
And he goes to Capillari. Who caught one from Tim Broomhead. That's what it suggests. Capillari holding his lower part of his body.
Yeah, James Pope's done something to, I think, his right leg, Mont.
It looked like he got bumped as he kicked, so a little bit off. So hopefully nothing too major. It's the last thing you want the week before finals.
Capillari's down on his haunches here and looks to be pretty winded.
I reckon he would have kept rolling too if Timmy didn't stop him. So as long as there's nothing untoward, it was a really good play.
It was. Timmy's got a smile on his face. And not too much remonstration from Myrtleford, but he is down and he hasn't moved all that much, Tommy Capillari. I reckon he's been hit square in the you-know-where.
Where?
Well, it's pretty easy to work it out. Well, you don't like to get hit as a gentleman.
You normally laugh at people when they get hit there too, don't you? Just a bit of a, ooh.
Pope just looks like he's running that off his right leg as well. As Capillari is able to regain his composure. Now he's back down on his haunches as soon as he kicks the footy to Calvin. He's called to play on, shows a little bit of candy. Oh, it was a floating old mongrel off the boot in towards Riley Sharp, who gathers. Goes backwards with his hand pass to Calagero. Penny runs after him. Beautiful kick from Calagero. It was just partly smothered, though. Calvin follows up his good work. Good pressure and tackling by North Albury. And we'll have a ball up in front of the scoreboard, which reads 4-6-30 Myrtleford. North Albury 5-7-37. They've kicked the only 3 goals in this second quarter for Jaco Albury-Wodonga at the 27th minute mark.
Tossed up 60 away from home for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Great tackle there by Mitchie Del Bosco. Umpire says we'll ball it back up as the siren sounds twice. And Capillari has just tumbled over again on the way to the bench. So that's going to be a worrying sign if he can't get up and going again. But what a quarter that is from North Albury. We're able to kick the 3 goals. Myrtleford not able to hit the scoreboard at all. So we go into half-time with a 7-point lead to the North Albury Hoppers. Great half of footy. It's finals-type footy. It's finals-type weather here at the McNamara Reserve. And we'll be back with our halftime show after this break on O&M Live. Because on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Whoa. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Woo. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Out of the box and primed for the show. On your marks, get set. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
Edge FM.
Half-time show, all thanks to Maccas here on O&M Live, and a really good game of footy to match what hopefully is a good call. You guys are enjoying it on Edge FM and O&M Snapprint Solutions TV as well. It is the North Albury Hoppers 5-7-37 over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 4-6-30. We've seen some corridor footy. We've seen some fast free-flowing footy, some end-to-end stuff. Not overly high scoring, but both sides having a real crack. Blake Penderescott with you, Bobby Jackson, Scotty Montgomery. Bobby Jackson, our Albury Vital Air quarters best in the second term as the game really started to open up.
Yeah, the second quarter was dominated by Dom Brew for the North Albury Footy Club. He had the 9 touches and was really influential towards the back end. And you know, with the Myrtleford Saints having predominantly all the play in that first half, that first quarter, he went to work around the stoppages and the clearances, and then he finished off the quarter well and had real influence on the scoreboard as well, with the ball going inside 50 quite regularly. And for the Myrtleford Saints, Jackson East had another quality quarter with the 7 touches. He's had 16 for the game, leading all Julian Hayes, he's leading all possession getters with 17, but Jackson East for the Myrtleford Saints has had the 16.
Yeah, they've both been very good, haven't they? Quite influential with their use as well. We know Julian's a long kick, but Jackson gets around the ground quite well, and just those little deft kicks that we see and nice handballs. He opens up the game with just how he gets the defenders to come to him, and then he opens up the game with a handball sideways, and then Capillari and guys like that use their leg speed.
His running power is phenomenal to watch. You know, there's times where you see him in the back 50, and the next minute, he's having a shot at goal in front of the scoreboard. So he's a really hard runner, and he really puts his opponents to task. But just with Julian Hayes, his efficiency rate would be through the roof today with the 17 touches. He would have hit he would have hit 90% of his targets today, and he's been really good today. Where there's been days gone by where he might miss the odd one or two, but I think he's been very, very clean and really a want to hit the scoreboard as well, which is it's a nice string to his bow.
And our goal kickers in the first half, Josh Murphy has the 2, Archer Gardner has 2, and Julian Hayes, that man who's had a lot of the footy, has kicked 1, while for Myrtleford, all singles go the way of Riley Sharp. Riley Smith has a goal, Lockie Murphy-Dale and Lockie Miotto. We might quickly go around the grounds for Evolution Roofing. At the John Flower Oval, it's 20 taken on 57, a 37-point lead to Wangaratta Rovers at half-time. We have a 43-point lead to Lavington over Corowa, 52 playing 9. A 1-point lead to the Wodonga Raiders, 15 playing 14. 1 goal, 8 to 2 goals, 3. And a 50-point lead to Wangaratta over Albury, 9-7-61, a 1-5-11. Righto, Bobby J, you're the coaches at the moment. Put your Funky Miller hat on. What do you got to do? You're getting a lot of footy inside 50. You have peppering the scoreboard in that quarter. You're able to kick the 5 behind, so you've had 5 really good looks at it. Weren't able to hit the scoreboard. What do they need to do? Where do they need to get better looks? How are they going to get there? Hit the scoreboard a little bit more effectively?
I think it's where they're having the shots at goal. I think they really got to try and get through that centre corridor. They're getting, they had the 9 inside 50s, and a majority of those were early on in that quarter where they really could have put North Albury to the sword with some scoreboard pressure. And I just feel as though they missed the opportunities, but a few of the shots are from angles that they'd rather have a bit more centralised. So I'd be going along that line with Funky Miller where they change the lanes beautifully. They look central, they look laterally whenever they get the ball on the wings to get that ball back in that centre corridor. And I feel as that might be the way to go to get the ball inside that the 30-metre lane up the middle of the ground where they can have some shots on goal that are relatively closer to the middle of the ground.
And if you're Tim Broomhead and his staff, you're pretty happy with how it reads at the moment, 5-7. So you've had 12 shots at goal from your entries, but probably wouldn't mind just getting it there a little bit more often. I think they're turning over at half-back a little bit too much, maybe trying to pull the millionaire kick-off a little bit too much. Maybe they need to get a bit deeper, give Minogue and Murphy a bit of a chance, a lot closer to goal.
Every time that they've looked their best and given the key forwards some really clean footies when they move the ball fast and furious. So, they've sorted out their issues around the clearances. The dominance from the tap ruckman from Myrtleford is there to see, but their work around the stoppage and clearances where Don Brew went to work and Caden Witt also went to work as well. They've really fixed that up. They need to fix up their forward entries, and making sure that they're cleaner and to more advantage to the two Joshes.
Yeah, so it has been a great half of footy, hasn't it? I know we just looked ahead, but that half of footy, I think that's as final as we're going to see until next week. Obviously, with only one game to go. It's just, that's what you want. That's what we want in these sort of conditions. Fast, free-flowing. We obviously would love to see a lot more goals scored, but we spoke about it in the pre-game. This has been billed as nearly game of the year, and at the moment it's living up to it with the pressure around the footy.
Yeah, and it'll be one of the questions I'll ask the coaches after the game is this the dress rehearsal you wanted before finals? Was it finals-like pressure that you're after, and did you get it? I think for the first half that both coaches would say, yes, it is. It's hot around the ball, it's hot around the contest, and when we get an opportunity to move the ball fast, we're moving it really, really fast and putting our opposition to the sword. So I'll be interested to hear what they have to say after the game in regards to the game as a whole. But so far, we can only judge on 2 quarters, Monty, and I feel as though it's finals-like intensity.
And it's going to be a real game of nutrition, I feel, towards the end. I see that Paddy Stowe, the North Albury physio, has put ice packs on the boys' heads and down the back of their neck when they come off. So it has been quite warm, and obviously getting used to that conditions. It's about 17 degrees, like you showed me on your watch, Bobby. So it's it's going to be one of those ones. It's a great little pre-season nearly for the final.
Yes.
It's one of those dress rehearsals as you spoke about. That you get used to this weather a little bit. There'll be few cramps, but just maybe need to make sure that you're doing everything right and not pushing yourself redlining. running to get to that point of getting injured.
Well, now that Panda's not playing, there's plenty of pickle juice down there for the rest of them to
yeah, it didn't get used at the 12 o'clock game. You would have been struggling today.
Oh, mate.
The pickle juice and the sunscreen that would have been required for you to run around.
And the hard deck as well. I mean, Bobby J's spoken about how the deck is hard. So, no, look, I'm very glad that, North Albury have regained all the injuries that they had in the middle of the year, and I haven't had to play. But I tell you what, it's a day like today, though, Monty, where you actually sort of miss it a little bit, you two boys.
Me and Bobby were actually talking on the phone when we were on the way up here, and I said, a day like today, you love to play, but then you look at the size of the bodies that are going to hit you, and you go, no, I'm happy not playing anymore.
As you said before, in the other games, this is the closest game outside of the Yarrawonga versus Wodonga Raiders game. I can tell you,
ripper.
Yep, in the A-grade netball, North Albury defeated Myrtleford 53-48 here. Yarrawonga claimed top spot, so they beat the Raiders 47-42.
It's going to be a ripping final series in the netball as well.
It is, and Corora beat Lavington. So the top 5 reads as this in the A-grade netball. Yarrawonga, top of the ladder, they get the week off. Corora and Raiders will play in the qualifying final next week. In the elimination final season, North Albury up against Lavington. So I tell you what, any one of those 4 sides, and I mean this, Bobby, from someone who probably hasn't followed the A-grade netball all that much, any one of those 4 sides can win the comp this year.
5?
Lavington probably can't.
You don't reckon?
No, they probably can't, but any one of those 4 can win it.
Yarrawonga's been a netball institution for forever. They just keep churning out. Kylie Leslie played a 350th game last week, and they've just got a fantastic, netball culture down there, and they just keep churning out finals and premierships.
And so do North Albury and Corora and all those teams. The Raiders now, they're starting to become the new ones that are on the block, and they're just thereabouts again. So how good is that? That's what we want. Footy, we think there's probably 4 teams that can win it, and netball is the same.
Nice.
What camp would you rather be in right now, Bobby? It's a tough question, isn't it?
Because I don't think the camp's a loser. There's plenty to like about the way North Albury are going about it, and there's plenty to like about the way Myrtleford. We question their defensive unit today with Petherbridge out. They've made some adjustments and to keep this side to 5 goals at half time. I think it's a massive win in regards to those changes. So I don't mind the change that Myrtleford done. North Albury, I don't. Geez, it's a tough one.
You talk about keeping them to 5 goals. It's keeping Josh Minogue and Josh Murphy to 2 goals between them. That's the big one. I think the job that Brady Sharp's doing is second to none at the moment. The delivery to Josh Minogue hasn't been great, but Murphy kicked 2. One was from a free kick. It was probably there, but I think Riley Kelvin, when he's been one-on-one with him, has actually been quite good. That one free kick was against Simon Curtis, so Kelvin was actually off the ground at that stage. So I think take this at half time, but I'd rather be in the North Albury camp right now. They finish games well. They've got the leg speed. So that's where I'd rather go. And you've got 2 key forwards who don't get any smaller.
Speaking of North Albury, they're running back out on the ground now. So our halftime show, all thanks to Macca's, is done and dusted. The third quarter on the other side of this. It's O&M Live. We'll look at the Saints or the Hoppers on O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing.
Kia, movement that inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Out of the box and primed for the show. On your marks, get set. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
With Scotty Montgomery for Wiesners and the Northo.
Ball tossed up, Mooney and Cossa. Great tap there from Cossa. Just in the middle of the ground still as we get delivered another play to field. I tell you what, the absolute work here by the Myrtleford Alpine Saints staff is
looks like
unbelievable.
A heap of banana bread or something. It looks absolutely delicious. They're all individually
It's got a nice
buttered
little flour too.
and
This
a little
ball's
flour.
still in the middle. Tenardi gets tackled straight away. Let's continue to talk about it. Here's the flour, a bit of decoration on the side of the plate. Tell you what, they've gone to number 2 for me. Number 2 up here at the McNamara Reserve.
3 servings. Sandwiches first, followed up by sausage rolls and chips and potato cakes. Now the sweets.
And mini dimmies. Don't forget the mini dimmies.
Dim Sims.
Ball's still in the middle of the ground. That's why we're able to talk like this. We're going 40 seconds here thanks to McDonald's. The ball has not moved. It's still in the middle of the ground. And Cossa and Mooney go at it again. No one really wins that one. Goes to ground level. Don Brew has it. The big ball won't go down. Umpire says, give it to me again, boys. And umpire Glenn Harvey's going to get a sore arm by the way he's tossing this one up. And I'll tell you what, Panda, why don't you try and get a clearance for us as we've gone 1 minute here in the third quarter. Ball hasn't moved.
Moved maybe 30 seconds. Now Tenardi gets the clearance for the Saints. It's a high up and under. Riley Smith brings it to ground, 2 versus 1. Flynn Gardner first there to rebound for the Hoppers. Finds his brother Archer with pace through the middle of the ground. Goes by hand to Penny. Balks around one, gives it to Foster Gardner, who's been a little bit quiet. He can go by hand to Brew. Goes to Gardner instead, who's tackled straight away by Jackson East. Great pressure from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They did not give up on that footy. They turn it over, though, as Leighton Taylor intercepts for North Albury. He'll take the tackle. And we'll have a ball up just inside the centre square favouring North Albury. We've played a minute and a half. No score in this third quarter. 37 the Hoppers, 30 the Saints.
By Harvey, tosses it up again. Cossa takes it out of the ruck. And he says, I'll ball it up again.
You can see the intentions of both sides here. They want to get out and get the ball moving. And they're just making one mistake at the crucial time for them to get that freedom outside the stoppage.
Ball's still in the centre square. And we're going to have another stoppage. I reckon this is number 7. And we've gone 2 minutes thanks to McDonald's here in the third quarter, thanks to Albury Wodonga MG. Umpire Harvey has tossed them all up too, boys. He hasn't missed one yet. As he goes again, Cossa just reads the space. Ball still just at ground level. Del Bosco tackled, tries to get out. Hayes wraps him up. We'll have another ball up. 2 minutes 20 gone now. We're still in the centre square, and Blake Panderoscott, take it away.
Josh Minogue on the bench for North Albury as well. Looks pretty sore, so that's a massive story here in round 18 with finals on the horizon for North Albury. Just, is it going to be against Lavington the qualifying or Wangaratta in the elimination final? Either way, if he doesn't play next week, that really limits North Albury's chances to win. They've got to win here first. They lead by 7 points. Boundary throw in far side. Cossa and Mooney again. Brew over around this pill. Capillari on his right. Kicks down the line. It just gets a right bounce off spinner and goes over the line for a boundary throw in. True centre wing. Bobby Jackson, Cora Tiles, a stalemate to start the third quarter, which means no team is giving an inch.
No, that's exactly right, Pena. We're going from stoppage to stoppage, and there's been, we've moved 100 metres sideways, I suppose, in 3 minutes. And you two guys are really working hard to make something happen, and surprise, surprise, there's another stoppage. Would you like me to call this one, boys?
You go for it, Bobby. It feels like we're watching something at JC Low Oval at the moment.
Oh, my Lord.
Gets tossed up. Cossa gets the tap into space now. Tenardi's there. He gets a clearing kick finally. Munro takes the mark at half forward. All the umpires put his hand up. It's either a marker out on the full.
I think it was touched off the boot.
Was it?
Yep.
Well, the umpire was going to pay the mark, but
yep, no, touched off the boot.
Okay, they've cleared that one up. So it's going to be another stoppage here, Bobby J. And we go on about 10 metres forward of centre wing, far side of the ground. Nearly 4 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. Tossed in, really good toss in too. Oh, well done, Tenardi and Cossa link up again. Kick to Riley Smith at centre forward. He's got the runner. Can Capillari do something inside 50? No, it was Bedendo, sorry. Kick inside 50 now. Not a great one. Calogero can't take it. Hope, good handball out in the space. Has Reynolds. Can't pick it up, but can Reynolds. Tackled straight away by Munro. It's a nice hard tackle. Nothing in that. And Albury says, give it a man. We'll have another stoppage here to start this third quarter.
Both sides not giving an inch, Bobby J.
That was a good execution of a sling tackle where he didn't follow through completely and throw his head into the ground. That was a good execution there.
Riley Smith on the boot quickly. Just doesn't sit for Calogero. Has to run after this pill. It's bounced about 20 metres into the pocket. Murphy Dale gathers the football smartly. It was just knocked out of his hand as he was about to get it on his boot. In a one-on-one contest, Murphy Dale against Peppers Campbell. And the boundary line wins out. And we have our 13th million stoppage of the third quarter for Albury Wodonga MG. No score to either side. We played 5 minutes. North Albury 5-7 to Myrtleford 4-6. Myrtleford have not kicked a goal since the 26-minute mark of the first quarter.
Here we are poking fun at the game down the road, and we've sort of drifted into that category, haven't we?
Mooney tried to get a clearing kick and all of a sudden finds Dennis in the middle of the ground. What can Nathan do? He wants a runner. He's got Gardner. He's under the pump. Oh, Smith. Great chase down tackle there. Worried out of it was Brew, but the umpire said you grabbed him. Jackson East. Free kick to Don Brew in the middle of the ground. He's got an option sideways, and he's found him now. It's Campbell. Campbell goes inside 50, looking for Murphy. Oh, he read that ball well. He plays on straight away. Josh Murphy runs around, arcs around, snaps. Snaps truly. That's his third, Josh. Another steel iron goal today to the Hopper big gun. And I tell you what, we needed that one to get this third quarter moving because it's been a boring start of a lot of stoppages. Scores now 6-7-43. 13-point lead to the Hoppers. It's 4-6-30 on the Peter Bowen Homes scoreboard, and we've gone 6 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
You just think Murph just said, that enough's enough, give me the footy. He played on where he probably, he could have went back and had a set shot, but the showman in him decided to play on and made the right decision and ran towards the middle of the ground. It was a magnificent snap and well called, Mont. You know, we really needed the spark after the 5 minutes of pain that we've been put through, but that's just two sides trying to flex their muscles and work out which side's going to break and how we're going to break them. So, Murph's a quality, and that was a quality finish.
We see Josh Murphy do that a lot, turn opponents inside out and play on the boundary. And that was a beautiful snapping finish from a guy who's kicked 3 of the last 4 goals. East out of the middle for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, kicks it long deep. Calogero gathers this football, turns his opponent inside out. Bananas from the pocket. Calogero! Steal line goal today from Bowen. The Saints answer back. He gives a bit to Flynn Gardner. And the Saints have kicked their first goal since the 26-minute mark of the first quarter. What a beauty from Bowen. Back within 7 points. Yeah,
he's a quality finisher. We saw him kick a few goals here a couple of weeks ago where it really was the classy finishes as we just seen then. He's a quality player inside 50 and the perfect response for the Myrtleford Saints. They need to bounce back without letting North Albury get too far away.
7-point ball game here at the McNamara Reserve. That's what we needed. Definitely livened up since the 6-minute mark. As umpire Harvey's back in the middle again.
I reckon Josh Minogue is done for the day.
Makes it hard if he can't get up for next week as Broomhead now needs to work his way into this game. Throws it on the left boot. It's high up and under. The only man sitting under that, Simon Curtis. He takes the mark and goes straight away. He has Riccardi. Riccardi at centre wing. Oh, drops what he should have taken. Has a bit of time now. He's got some options inside. One of them's Del Bosco. Oh, well done, Duncan. Got back. Bit of front on. A bit stiff there.
Arm chop.
Arm chop. The umpires end up calling. And Del Bosco now handballs it to his mate from down back. And that's Curtis. Curtis's kick finds East at half forward, front of the old scoreboard. Jackson now kicks it towards the pocket, towards Sharp. Just shoves Pope out of the way. Ball bouncing back towards the line, and well done there by Darcy Cullen to get back and put it through for a minor score. And that then, it's 6-7-43 North Albury, leading by that goal, 5-7-37, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard.
Hayes with the kick-in duties finds Dom Brew, who's got Flack running for him. Could have went down the line, comes inboard instead to Jackson Wiedemann. Painted the defensive 50. Called to play on. He's going to kick a big boom at a half forward. It bounces in front of Murphy. Brady Sharp's now going to Josh Murphy. He's got too much pace for Brady. Turns him inside out. Right foot off the outside of the boot. Travels to half forward. Gives it back to Josh Murphy, who's kept running. This would be one of the goals of the year from Josh Murphy. He's got 4 the star. That started in the middle of the ground. Kicks 4 of the last 5 goals, Josh Murphy. What a star this kid is.
You've nailed it there, Bena. He is a superstar, and he's just kept running off for a spell. That was a fantastic passage of play, worked himself up to the centre wing, got involved 2 or 3 times, demanded the footy, and players with that much presence, they're always going to be influential, when the whips are cracking, and that was a fantastic finish at full tilt. The big fella snapped it across his body. We've seen him do that a few times this year, Mont, where he actually has to make clever snaps, and it's a strength of his.
He knew he had Sharp for pace, and he just kept taking him on. He got to the bench, Bobby, and they've sent him back out there, the poor bloke. Can't breathe. Well, but he's back out there at full forward now.
Old school would have said, you're on fire, son. Stay out there.
I think that's what they've done. He's hit 4 of the last 5, hasn't he?
Yep.
For North Albury, he's flying. Ball in the middle now. Jake Sharp, nice handball, finds Munro. Munro has a runner in Miotto inside 50. It's a great kick. Murphy Dale takes the mark. And he's going to have a shot from, I reckon, 45. Pretty tightish angle. And he's just trying to set the mark for the umpire. But I reckon he knows where it is, Lockie. Just go back and put this one through.
After a Dow first 5 minutes, lads, that's really sparked up this last 4 or 5 minutes with back end-to-end footy, balls inside 50, shots on goal. It's really sparked up now.
It was a really nice kick from Miotto too. Just took his time.
Could have blazed away.
Could have just thrown on the left, but just waited it beautifully out in front of Murphy Dale. There's Lockie. What can he do? From 45, called to play on now. He's pushed it across the face of goal. He's not going to get the distance. He's fisted through in the end by the North Albury Hoppers. Takes them to 5-8-38. North Albury 7-7-49 on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. And we've gone 10.5 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
11-point ball game. Might get some 40 winks if we can. Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, clearances. The Myrtleford got back into that game. They're 5-1 around the ground with the clearances. Mitch Tenardi, he's had the 4 touches for 40 winks early in his third quarter. And Jackson East has also got to work as well for 4 as well. So the prime movers for Myrtleford have got touches early.
Around the ground, Yarrawonga 36 lead the Raiders 15 as Broomhead goes straight down the middle to pretty much no one. Riley Smith, the first one there, gets a bad bounce. Harrington for Myrtleford flicks it out wide. Finds a teammate in Simon Curtis, who's 2 kicks from home. It's a congested forward 50. This is where they like to possess the footy and chip it around. Sharp of Riley variety. Usually he's on the end of these. He's got the ball outside 50 at the moment. Lead comes from Miotto. Ignored. He's called to play on. This one's going to bring rain. It's a high up and under. Big pack of players. Weaver not mucking around. Fists a big 20-metre punch over the boundary line. And we'll have it tossed back in deep in Myrtleford attack, who trail 5-8-38 to North Albury 7-7-49. 11 minutes played for Maccas. Big news in this game. Josh Minogue done for the day.
Massive news, and what that holds for the future, we're not quite sure yet, but I'm sure we'll find out post-game. Ball tossed in. Townend. Smith gets a handball to Riccardi. Riccardi with a snap from the clearance. Sitting under it sharp. Probably could get a free kick there. Probably got grabbed. Umpire says play on. Broomhead has it. Gives it to Weaven. Weaven under the pump now. Gets it to Hayes. Now back to Broomhead. Takes on Del Bosco and gets around him. His kick up the middle looking for Gardner. Just gets over the top of him and Duncan's there. Well done, Augusta. Worked him under it. Just a handball up in the air from Beatty. All of a sudden now Capillari gets it. Munro has to come out. Oh, well done there from Kane Flack. He's going to get the free kick at half back. And that was a great defensive play because they were going back inside 50 again. They were the Saints.
Free kick for a high to Kane Flack. I feel like his possessions are really important, Bobby, for the Hoppers.
He's very much a barometer energy-wise, isn't he? He starts on the bench and comes off it. I think he started on the ground after half-time because of Minogue, so he's very important to the Hoppers.
Augusta misread the football. It went over his head. Now Brady Sharp has to get rid of it quick in defensive 50 to Beatty. Good hand pass. Diesel goes down the line. Maraca has to come from behind. Brew at the front posse. Flack once again with the ball for the Hoppers. Right foot kick. Floats inside 50. Will it sit for Leighton Taylor? He wants a hand pass. Retreats a long way. Jackson Wiedemann off a step with the left foot. Sets sail for home and nails it. Crowd tells the story. The man they call Mr. Kennedy. And that's a strange old celebration. I reckon he's done the Mason Redmond Red Dog. And the Hoppers lead by 17 points. 8-7-55 to Myrtleford. 5-8-38. Bobby Jackson, Corowa Tiles.
While all that was, we still...
They were just discussing whether it was a goal or not, so it's been all cleared now.
Right. That was strange and took the sting out of it.
A little bit. While all that was happening, there was a good, nice, solid shepherd here right in front of us, Riley Smith. All fair. Mitch Tenardi, he got... looked like he's got a bit of the wind knocked out of him, and he's just in the hands of the trainer now, working his way back into the middle of the ground. But that was just a nice a shepherd that opened up the play for the North Albury Hoppers.
Great finish there from Jackson Wiedemann with the Red Dog celebration. I reckon he might tell a few boys about that one tonight as well. Really nice finish, and just again, get in the ball user's hands, good things happen. Ball's back in the middle. No one really clean with it. Cossack is the one that extracts it to Harrington. Harrington now to Capillari. He's kicked out in front of East. Geez, he works hard. One of the hardest workers I reckon there is in the Ovens and Murray. Jackson East rolls around now from half forward. Kick in front of Sharp. That's a beauty.
Great kick.
That is an absolute beautiful kick from Jackson East and finds Riley Sharp. And he'll go back and have a shot from 40 out, slight angle.
That's why he's on Gus McLeod's predictor to win the Morris Medal this year. Jackson East, he's classy. He works his work rate is second to none. He works defensively hard to help out his defensive six, and then he pushes forward to give the forwards first options as well.
That's why he was my first pick on fantasy night. Sharp now. Needs to kick this one for the Saints. It's got the bend. That breeze has brought it back beautifully for a steel line goal today. The big Riley Sharp. That's his second for the day. They needed that one, did the Saints there. 6-8-44, North Albury 8-7-55. 11-point ball game on the Peterborough home scoreboard. And we've gone 15 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
And what was a bit of a stalemate for the first 6 minutes, we've actually had 5 goals in 8 minutes since then, and it's really opened up nicely. And there's been some really good free-flowing footy, and the skills are on show here right now. And it's turned into quite a good game of footy this second half this quarter.
Exactly right, Bobby J for Corowa Tiles. Corowa Better Electrical. 3 goals to 2 in favour of North Albury. He's back. Our man's back.
Your man.
He's getting vocal. They were playing better when he was yelling. Back in the middle, Brew. Quick clearance to half forward. Curtis just works his way to the front. Too much strength and poise for Caden Winter. He intercepts for Myrtleford goes laterally about 30 metres, and that's
50
50 against Leighton Taylor. Yep. And he ran away, not quick enough out of the protected zone. And Jake Sharp is marched to the middle of the ground. Leighton Taylor's got to be careful here because he might give away another one. Ooh, as Sharp kicks into the pocket. Oh, not a great kick. Jamie Mooney set himself in the position and intercepts for North Albury. Plays on straight away, finds Isaac Campbell, who gets better every week. Just holds his width and provides an option on the far wing every week.
One of the better wingmen, I reckon, in the competition.
One of the true genuine wingmen too, isn't he?
Him and Jack Costello are right up there in mine.
Same as Lockie O'Brien, but he goes inside a little bit for Wang Rovers. White Tide Tour is a good one for the Magpies. They go long to half forward, North Albury. Brady Sharp easily got rid of Leighton Taylor. Intercepts the Myrtleford. 55-44. Hoppers lead. It's a dangerous kick from Sharp to Curtis, who has to give it back to Curtis. That's poor from Myrtleford. Good pressure from North Albury. I was about to hand over to my man Monty, and the boundary line wins out. We'll have a throw in far side. Bob Jackson.
Yeah, just need to be clean with that kick inside to Simon Curtis, and they would have had a free run down the ground. It's just a little 1% things that Funky Miller will be wanting to fix up for next week.
That's Bobby J, thanks to Cora Better Electrical. Ball tossed in now. Penny, dispossessed for even got it. Cosses over it. Who extracts it? It's North Albury through Foster Gardner. Now back to Cullen. Cullen just throws it around the body. Coming up was Augusta. Oh, well done there by Duncan. To Taylor. Taylor now to the running Brew. On his left boot, Dom Brew. Oh, just across the face, through for a minor score. They've had all the run at the moment here. North Albury, they're flying. They're 88-56 to 6-8-44. 2-goal game here on the Peter Bowen scoreboard, and we're going 17.5 thanks to McDonald's.
Third quarter for Albury Wodonga MG. And it's a beauty here at the McNamara Reserve. As we continually say, winner will play Lavington next week in the qualifying final. Loser, it's do or die. Broomhead was super clean and flicked a hand pass over the top to Penny, who's going to load up again for North Albury. Kick into the pocket, doesn't favour Dennis, who does well. In fact, he gives away a free kick. In the back. Just got in the way of Simon Curtis as he had front posse to mark. Good decision. Goes short to Bedendo. Is called to play on. Look at the pace as streams out of defence. Got to get him in the game, Dom. Goes short to Lockie Murphy-Dale. The Saints have it at half back. They trail by 2 goals, all thanks to Peter Bowen Holmes.
Munro's kick into the middle, finds Maracca. Now to Tenardi. Tenardi the Bedendo, who started this one in the back pocket. Kicks it inside 50 now. It's not a great one. Pope's going to be the first one there, and he just taps it out of bounds. I feel appealing for a deliberate, but we don't pay that one here, Brody. So just put your arms down and worry about the next one. As we'll have a throw in. That town end.
They'll be enormously frustrated with that forward entry, Monty. That was in prime position to get it straight up the corridor, what we spoke about at half time.
Yeah, Bedendo, as we said, we want to get him in the game a little bit more, and that's why, because when he can run and carry, he's so dangerous.
Put him on the ball, I reckon.
Yep, or he's sitting behind the ball at the moment as a sort of spare that Myrtleford have put in just late in this quarter. Gone 19 minutes, thanks to Maccas. Ball at the town end, Myrtleford end of the ground. Ball just fumbles around, tackled straight away. It's a great tackle there. And it's a holding the ball. It's going to go the way of Dogger Dennis, who must be lost, I think, Nathan, because he's at the wrong end of the ground. I don't think he's ever been in that defensive 50, but he's got the free kick for a tackle. But it's putrid. It's turned over. Matty Munro just goes, thank you very much. And he goes bang and finds Riley Sharp. 25 out, straight in front, and that's an absolute coach killer.
I think you've answered the questions of all the supporters out there, Monty. Why was he down the...
I reckon, looking at the replay, I reckon he literally thought Matt Munro was wearing a North Albury jersey because there was no one around him.
Was it just that bad of a miss kick, do you think?
Oh, I can't wait to ask him after the game.
Oh, wow. Invisible.
Bobby might have to get him, I think, on post-game.
Oh, jeez.
There's Riley Sharp now. Kicks it. And kicks it truly. That's his third. He's been really big today so far. He's big Riley Sharp. And they did that one, the Saints. They're back in this one. They're 7-8-50 to 8-8-56. 1-goal game on the Peter Bowens home scoreboard. And we're going 20 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
Yeah, he's been really influential there. And that turnover, you're right, is a coach killer. And he just happened to be in the right spot at the right time with plenty of space around him. No doubt his opposition player was off running, trying to create some space and run from behind the footy for Dogger. And the turnover was... crucial and upsets a lot of back six footballers.
Absolutely, especially whoever's playing on Riley Sharp right now. James Pope won't be happy.
So Sharp's got 3. And it's back to an even 1-goal game. here at the McNamara Reserve. Jackson East out of the middle. His kick was smothered by Flack, who's been important for North Albury. Goes by hand to Brew, fends off Harrington, kicks it quickly on the boot inside forward 50. Taylor went without it. Curtis gathered the football, goes short on the far side. They link up to Beatty, who's got a bit of space. Kick to half forward. There's a high up and under. Wasn't favouring his forwards at all, and it floats out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Bob Jackson, Corowa Tiles.
Yeah, Simon Curtis has really got busy this quarter. He's had 8 touches for 40 winks this quarter. And also for the North Albury, Don Brew's been busy around the stoppages.
Bob Jackson for 40 winks and Corowa Tiles at the 21st minute mark for Maccas. Monty and Panda with you for the Northo Hotel. An even 1-goal ball game favouring North Albury. Cossett down to East, who got a kick away in the nick of time. His kick, though, intercepted by Julian Hayes. How many for Julian, Bob Jackson?
Julian Hayes, that's his 20th touch for the day.
Hayes now goes long, looking for Weaven. His kick just misses him, and it's going to find the boundary line now. On centre wing, far side. Well, Harry got a little bit lost too, just getting a little bit further away than where we're used to seeing him. And that Hayes, I reckon, would want that kick back because he had a few options through the middle of the ground, which is where I reckon North Albury want to try and take it a little bit more often. 6-point ball game here. 22 minutes gone, thanks to Maccas. Ball tossed in. Roller Smith just takes it out of the ruck and puts it on the boot towards half forward. Out in front, it's Augusta. He must have gone forward, but it's gone out of bounds. Have another throw-in. Geez, we've had a lot of throw-ins this quarter and ball-ups.
I'm just thinking, is the Mountain Air throwing a lot of the compasses out and the GPSs out? There are a lot of blokes seem to be missing.
Their mental compasses, you reckon?
There's blokes at the wrong end of the ground, or we're just playing funny buggers before finals. But yeah, there's a lot of players that sort of floating into areas that they're not usually at.
Wiedemann takes this one out of the ruck. Handball too hot for a teammate. Gets find his way to Munro. Munro's handball now is good to Maraca. Maraca gets tackled straight away. Coming through is Broomhead, but can't pick it up. But Reynolds was there. His handball out in front of Dennis. Dennis has it now. Just weaves around one. He's kicked down the line. It's not great. Riley Smith gets back, gets a fist on it. But it's still in here. It's, wow, look at this go. Jackie Reynolds, 2 bounces. What can Jack do? He's got no one in front of him, so he just feeds it back to Leighton Taylor. Taylor at half forward, now to Don Brew. Back to Riley Smith. Smith's handball's a poor one, turned over. Lockie Miotto has it, and Marac gives it to Maraca. And the Saints are going to reload from half back.
Tenardi has to sit under the football, does well. East goes by hand to Munro, provides run and gun. Goes out wide to big Riley Smith. Riley, good kick to Riccardi. Here come the Saints. This is where they're at their dangerous best. Beatty kicks to a goal square that's got Riley sharp. Can he climb the mountain? Roving down there was Calagero. Munro misses. Off the side of the boot. Fast-flowing footy from the Saints. That would have made things even. It's through for a minor score. 7-9-51 to North Albury, 8-8-56. Peterborough home scoreboard. We've gone 23 minutes to Maccas. I'm hearing it is an ankle for Josh Minogue.
I'm just not sure who got that one, that little hand in there. Might have been Pope that spoiled Riley Sharp.
It was.
Because that was an uncontested mark right in front, basically, for the big fella. So that was a very important spoil.
Kick from Beatty. He didn't quite have the punch on it, did it, that it needed, because he was out in the square with about 20 metres of space. As Broomhead has it at half-back for the Hoppers, and he goes long, and it's out the back. Look at that. That's the sort of kick Beatty needed. Finds Foster. That's 50. Silly Riley Kelvin. And Foster Gardner is charging towards goal. Jackson East needs to get out of there, otherwise it could be another 50. I reckon the umpire's missed one there.
I reckon he's played that well, Mont.
He has. The umpire just...
That's not 50.
Well, I reckon it is, because he's supposed to get out of the space. But
no,
anyway...
No, it's not 50 metres, what I'm
saying.
Oh,
no, definitely not. That's about 40 at best. As Foster Gardner now will have a shot with his 40-metre penalty. Now he's going to go short. Really smart. Finds Winter. Just got to stay alert. The distance was always going to be a worry for Foster Gardner, but really smart play there. And Caden Winter will go back and have a shot from about 35, 40 metres out, slightest of angles.
Yeah, just clever. Knowing your limits. Man knows his limits, and if he and his teammates are well aware of that as well, so they created space in front, and they might be onto something here. Mr. Kennedy was looking for a cheapie, but...
That was very cheap. I think Wizz's got the distance in him. Don't worry about that. Caden Winter pops it up. Just had the distance, just not quite the accuracy. Misses to the left. Through for another minor score. North Albury now moved to 8-9-57. Back to a kick in it. 7-9-51 and the Saints on the Peterborough home scoreboard. And we've got 25 minutes thanks to Maccas.
Maraca, the ball deep in defence. He's going to go down the wing, looking for big Toby Cossa. Weaven, front position, wasn't able to mark. Brew trying to extract it at ground level. Umpire says holding the ball.
Wow.
And a free kick against Don Brew for holding the ball.
And that should be 50.
I reckon it was his own teammate that threw that one back to Harrington.
Stiff his Don Brew there.
Harrington with a piercing kick finds Riley Smith. Link up to Curtis. He can give it to Tenardi. He does. Campbell closes down the space. Tenardi calmly across goals. Beautiful kick. Finds Munro. He can go straight down the height. A little to Agosta. Big Kai Agosta marks directly in front, and he will line up from 40 metres out. Should have no issue with the distance or the accuracy.
I think it's a change that Funky Miller's. He spoke about that last week, just to have different looks for us for the club moving forward into the finals, and this is certainly one, Monty, with Agosta moving into the forward 50. He hasn't had much influence down back today, but moving forward, he may well be an option.
So big Kai Agosta, who has kicked a fair few goals when he played as a forward earlier in the year with 15. This his most important kick. It sneaks in. The Saints have kicked the last 3. All of a sudden, scores a level again. 8-9, 57 apiece on the Peterborough home scoreboard. A beauty here on O&M Live.
Certainly is. Having an option like Agosta to go forward, knowing that they've got the matchups covered down back, is a real trump card for Funky Miller and the Myrtleford Footy Club moving forward into the finals. So sets us up for a fantastic final quarter. 27 minutes into this third quarter, we're right into red time now, Monty, and we set ourselves up for a great final quarter.
Considering how poor the first 6 minutes of this quarter was, they've gone and kicked 7 goals from that point on, Bobby. So that's what we want. As Smith's in the ruck, gets that tap, Easties throws a boot at it and kicks it forward. Munro, he's been massive in this second half. Looks for Harrington, can't quite take it. Broomhead gets it now at half back and just kicks it high up and under. Really good there from Riley Smith of the North Albury variety. Handballs it on now, looks to Campbell. Campbell's kicked down line looking for Dennis. Great body work on Hourigan. Beatty and Dennis towards the boundary line. Well done, Dogger Dennis. He's happy to see that one over. We'll have a ball in about 55 away from North Albury's goal. 8-9 apiece here. All tied up at McNamara Reserve, and that's thanks to Peter Bowen Holmes on that scoreboard.
We played 27 and 41 seconds here in this third quarter. It's a beauty here. So much on the line for both sides. Smith getting on top in the ruck. Hayes by hand to Foster Gardner, who comes back on the inside. That's got to be holding the ball. Ooh. He tried to evade a tackle. Did have a hand free. Umpire says, give it to me.
Sorry, just one thing Jackson East does so well. The defensive side of his game is absolutely unbelievable as well.
Winter tries to get through again. Umpire says, give it to me. And we'll have another ball up. About 48 metres out from North Albury goal. Three-quarter time siren cannot be far away here. We've had 7 goals in the third quarter. Smith just gave that to Maraka. The old give out of the scrum, rugby league style. As Flynn Gardner marks, he's going to try and open up the corridor to find Jackson Wiedemann with the ball sit. The Saints close the space. Great defensive fist from Bedendo. And Capillari is away on the far side. If the ball sits for him, it doesn't. Taylor dives in desperately. Now they're in a bit of trouble. Flack gets a hand pass receive. Kicks inside 50 for North Albury towards Murphy. Works the way to the front. Saints under pressure here. Del Bosco over the football. Dennis around the footy. Brady Sharp goes by hand to Horrigan. And the Saints clear defence.
Clearing kick. Agosta comes up at it and actually jumped on top of Capillari. So Capillari now gets the crumb. Really good play there by the Saints. Got a bit of time, does Tommy. Gets on that left boot, looking for Munro. Munro took the jumper Cullen out. And the ball's going to run towards the boundary. Bit of a backward bounce and finally finds the boundary line. Still all tied up here, 57 apiece. It's been a cracking third quarter after a dour 6 minutes to start it. But we're on true centre wing, far side of the ground. Looks like Kieran Duncan just going for a bit of a fitness test as well there, Bobby J.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to stretch out some sort of leg complaint there.
Last thing they needs another one to go down as the ball's in the middle of the ground. A great tackle there from Diesel Beatty. There'll be a ball up in the middle of the ground. As Jake Sharp didn't like something, he's tried to milk a free kick, and he has. Oh. Silly from Foster Gardner. Gone a little bit high there on Jake Sharp, and he's got the free kick in the middle of the ground. Sharp now, nice long kick. Siren beats him. And that's what we wanted.
Oh,
nice.
Foster Gardner has just gone and literally almost punched Jake Sharp in the face.
And I heard a whistle blown, so I don't know what they can do here, whether they're just going to report him or what. As it's umpire Ash Broughton, that's just a brain fake from Foster Gardner.
Sharp lowered himself at the last minute and Foster got him high. And they've got a lot to say, Jake Sharp and Foster Gardner. Broomhead's in there. I'm going to be very intrigued as to what happens to restart this last quarter.
Well, I do think they can pay a free kick.
Yep. They've got to wrap this up pretty quick because Broomhead's speaking to the umpires and we've got players and fans coming onto the ground. So we don't want this to get out of the way. So Foster Gardner And Jake Sharp involved in a little tussle there. That's going to be interesting to restart the last quarter. Siren's gone. 3-quarter time here at the McNamara Reserve. We've got a ripper. 8-9-57 apiece. Who will play top three footy? Will it be the Saints? Will it be the Hoppers? Stay with us on On Him Live, where you won't miss a thing.
Kia, movement that inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Out of the box and primed for the show. On your marks, get set. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
All to play for in the last quarter. It's going to be a ripper as scores are level at three-quarter time between the Myrtleford Alpine Saints and the North Albury Hoppers. And we know what's on the line here. A top three double chance finish, 8-9-57 apiece. Panda with you. We got Monty. We got Bobby Jackson, who's got an Albury Vital Air, quarters best in the third term.
Quarter's best was it was a tough one because both sides were sort of, they had nice even playing field players across the field. But we came up with Matty Munro for Myrtleford. He was very influential. We're not keeping his stats today, but he was very influential with the ball moving forward, going into that forward 50. And also he was the cleanest around the stoppages when that first 5 minutes of heartache was over. He was the one that sort of got the ball rolling and got some real clean footy moving forward. And for the North Albury, young Flack, I think, has been really, he's provided a spark pretty much all day. And since he got the start with Minogue being off the field at half-time, he's really provided some real class and some real speed around the stoppages and through the middle of the ground as well. So, young Flack and Munro were the 2 quarters best for mine.
Three-quarter time in the SS&A Ovens and Murray as we go around the grounds for Evolution Roofing. We'll find out what is happening in the other games. So, 78-40, Rovers over Wodonga, 83-31, Lavington over Corowa, Wangaratta 87 over Albury 26, and Yarrawonga 47 over the Raiders 25.
Looks like Duncan just hasn't gone back out there again, so he may be carrying something as well. And as we spoke about, Josh Minogue has the ankle injury, who won't take any further part, Panda.
So it could be 2 down, North Albury, which might hurt their rotations and clearly their fitness going into the last quarter, Monty.
Absolutely, and we said it's already a warm day and conditions we haven't really seen too much of, up to 17 degrees right now. So, yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting how they run this game out.
War of attrition.
That's what we want. That's what you love to see, especially this time of year.
So fourth quarter about to get underway for A1 Tyre Power. Bobby Jackson, who wins?
Jeez, I still stick with Myrtleford, home team.
Monty?
I'm going to change.
Here we go. The umpire holds the footy aloft for A1 Tyre Power. We're underway here in the last quarter. As Costa and Mooney go at it again. Brew doesn't give Jackson East an inch, but he's good enough to get a hand pass out. Flack spins, gets a hand pass to Dennis, to Mooney. Look at the pressure from Myrtleford coming up off each line. Curtis, good tackle on Caden Winter. Good fair tackle. And we'll have a ball up, half forward for North Albury. Good crowd in. Sunshine, 18 degrees. So much at stake. Ball spills out here to Capillari, who wanted his left foot and dropped the footy. Tenardi rips Flack off the ball. Dennis received it from Winter, but the handball had too much pepper. And we'll have a boundary throw-in just for the centre for North Albury. No score, 45 seconds gone in this last quarter for A1 Tyre Power. Here's Monty for the Northo.
Ball about 80 metres away from Myrtleford's goal. They're kicking to the town end to finish this game. Ball tossed in. East dragged off it. Archie Gardner breaks away now, gets around Capillari, got a fingertip on him in the end. His handball found Winter. Brew, he's been big since quarter time as Don Brew goes to the top of the square. Murphy drops what he probably could have taken. Taylor worried out of it. Umpire says play on. Coming through sharp. He's worried out of it too. Mioto for the Saints has it in the back pocket. Finds Beatty. Beatty with a nice kick to the middle. Just over the top of Murphy Dale, but he gets a nice bounce. Beatty kept running. Now kicks towards half forward and Collegiero can't quite take that one. Ball falls to ground level. Bedendo's handball finds Munro. Munro has a runner. It's Collegiero. What can he do? He pops it up to the top of the square. Might float through. It's taken on the line anyway. Or is it through for a goal? No, Big Normie says no. That's a mark. And Riley Sharp's going to go back and kick his fourth from the goal line. And what a start to the last quarter this will be for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Just quick ball movement. Great run from behind from Bedendo and Bates.
Riley Sharp kicks from 5 metres out and goes bang. They take the lead early in this last quarter, 2 minutes in. It's a 6-point ball game. 63 plays 57 on the border switchboards scoreboard. And as I said, it's gone 2 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
Yeah, Diesel Beatty and Don Bedendo's run from behind the footy there and that passage of play really created some space and some spark with the ball moving forward. And yeah, Riley Sharp, he had the option of either marking it or letting it go through, but took the safest option and backed himself to take the mark and take responsibility for his club. And now that's a perfect start for the Myrtleford Saints in this last quarter.
That's what all forwards do, isn't it, Bobby? Just take the mark?
Yeah.
So they've hit the last 4 goals of this game, Myrtleford. They trailed by 17 points when Jackson Wiedemann kicked one in the third quarter. They now lead by an even straight kick. 63 plays 57. Foster Gardner opens up the corridor, finds Broomhead if the ball sits for him. Tries to dance around a couple, has to get rid of it. Goes by hand to Mooney. Good pressure from the Saints. Mooney wrapped up. Saints want holding the ball. Umpire says, give it to me. And I have to say, the umpires have been brilliant in this game. Fantastic. We have a ball up at half forward. Smith Broomhead, Del Bosco, all the big names involved. Foster Gardner, pressure, tackles Jackson East, who's good enough to get a hand pass to Tenardi. Beautiful kick across goals. Finds Miotto if the ball sits for him. Good enough to evade a couple of tacklers. Goes quick and out wide to Munro, who's got a couple of metres on his opponent, Julian Hayes. Ball wouldn't sit for him. Hayes holds Munro. Umpire says play on. 2 Bulls going at the Sharon. Munro, clever little kick down the line to Murphy Dale. His hand pass was poor. Campbell comes to apply pressure for North Albury. Tenardi on the wing. Good kick, finds Sharp. Good work from Weaven to get a fist in there at the last minute, but he's given away a free kick. Tenardi tays on with the advantage, goes short to Calagero. Good defence from North Albury, who can come away through Brew.
Brew's kick now, doesn't quite find anyone, finds a bit of space. Well done there from Capillari. Handball to Harrington. Harrington goes short, looking for Calagero. Oh, well done, Flynn Gardner. Gets a fist on it. Calagero's still there. His handball finds its way to Augusta. Kai just couldn't get the bend on it. Great pressure from Jamie Mooney, and it's through for a minor score. Makes it a 7-point ball game. 9-10-64 to 8-9-57 on the Border Switchboards scoreboard, and we're going 4.5 thanks to McDonald's.
They've really hit the ground running this start of last quarter. This first 4 minutes, they've really thrown everything into it. High energy, high attack on the ball, fast-moving footy. They've really put the North Albury players to the sword, and it's up to them now to respond.
North Albury could be 2 down on the bench because Josh Minogue hasn't reserved after half-time. And Kieran Duncan is running up and down the boundary line, trying to get a little bit of movement in what looks like to be a pretty heavy left ankle. So you feel like North Albury be up against it. They're 7 points down now in this last quarter for A1 Tyre Power. We've gone 4.5 minutes. Julian Hayes with the kick-in duties. He goes straight down the guts, finds Flynn Gardner. Gets better every week. He goes short to Caden Winter. He's got an option down the line. Jackson Wiedemann ignores it. Instead goes long, looking for Leighton Taylor. Comes from behind. Forces us a 50-50 ball. Murphy Dale goes by hand. Inside to Calvin. Goes backwards to Tenardi, who's been brilliant in this game. Goes short to Del Bosco. Broomhead mans the mark. Del Bosco switches and finds Capillari right in the middle of the McNamara reserve.
And he's got a couple that have worked real hard, and it's Easton Harrington. Goes to Harrington first. Harrington now goes inside 50, looking for Smith. It's a poor kick over his head. And Mooney takes the relieving mark. Needed that one because I'll tell you what, if Smith had taken that one, really big chance from there. It's a great kick from Mooney. Finds Dennis on a long lead. Dennis has a runner. It's Reynolds. Reynolds from centre wing now. He's got a one-on-one inside 50. It's Sharp and Murphy. Murphy. Too big, too strong. Josh Murphy takes a relatively easy mark in the end, and he'll go back and have a shot from 45 metres, slightest of all angles.
You can't help but think that inside 50 kick from Harrington that missed the mark by a good 2 or 3 metres is going to come back to roost as the North Albury just rebounded so quickly, and an inside 50 one-on-one contest for Josh Murphy. You get him take him all the way to the bank.
There's Murphy now. He's on the runway. Normally a really beautiful kick. Going for number 5, and he loves it off the boot. There's Joshua. Another steal line goal today. He's got a handful. That's his 5th. And it gets him right back into this game, back to a 1-point game. 9-10-64 the Saints, 9-9-63 the Hoppers on the Border Switchboard scoreboard, and we've gone 7 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
Yeah, Murph, he's just, he understands the situation now with his partner in crime sitting on the bench. He needs to step up, and he's kicked 3 goals already in his second half. He's the man that's going to take his North Albury hopes into the finals. Get the ball in there nice and quick, expose his matchup, and he'll do the rest. He's grown before our eyes this season. We knew he always had the talent and the ability, but this year he's really stepped up to the mark. He's a superstar, this kid.
Kieran Duncan hobbled onto the ground too.
Wasn't good, was it?
No, so I reckon he's purely been told, you go on, I don't care what fitness level you are, you just give us a rotation. And he's going to go and stand on the ground. Hayes' hand pass, not great. Murphy Dale comes up and meets the footy. Clever little tap to the advantage of Sharp, but it goes past him. Weaven gets a 1-2 and streams out of defence. He runs into trouble. Weaven is, or Myrtleford?
It was a free kick to North Albury.
Okay, they play on with the advantage. Hayes onto Kane Flack. We've praised him as the game's gone on. He goes really wide. Darcy Cullen has Brew over the top, and that's where he goes. To Dom Brew, who marks at halfback. How many 40 winks, Bob Jackson?
21 for Dom today.
He's worked into the game beautifully. Great kick to Penny. Really strong hands from Captain Grumpy. What can Penny do now? He's on centre wing, right in front of the interchange gates. Just looking for an option. There's not a lot coming at him. So he's just going to run around now and kick it long to half forward. Curtis is in prime position. Just drops what he normally takes. Handball now to big Riley Smith. He decides to tap it down. That's what Ruckman do well. Nice handball from Capillari to the Bedendo. Bedendo's kick to Maraca. Drops a chest mark. And it's gone out of bounds. Like that one back with Joshua. Probably should have taken that one. We'll have a throw in about 75 away from North Albury's goals on the broadcast side.
Bob Jackson, Corridor Tiles. Big stoppage here.
Super big. You know, I'm just looking around the ground, just seeing who's the players that are going to step up and take the next one for their team and get them finals bound.
Riley Smith grabs out of the ruck, kicks it down the wing. Jackson East, who works so hard first there, goes by hand looking for big Toby Costa. The ball evades him. Wiedemann, gap of ages. Now Gardner by hand to Flack. If the ball sits for him, he's tackled smartly by Lockie Miotto.
Great tackle.
Clever tackle.
Brilliant tackle from Miotto, a Mawson's Concrete player of the day. And we'll have a ball up right on true centre wing. Mooney and Smith. Smith uses strength, gets rid of him, and I'm not sure how that's a free kick because I don't know the rules with the ruck raffle, and it's a free kick to Jamie Mooney on centre wing. 64-63, Myrtleford by a point. We've played 9.5 minutes for Macca's fourth term.
Don't worry, Panda. I don't think the umpires do either sometimes. They just pick it out of a hat as Mooney's long kick looking for Murphy. Comes charging out, nearly gets it. Doesn't quite. Beatty does well at ground level. Capillari might have caught one high, but the umpire says yes. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Tommy. At half-back, I think it was the out-of-zone umpire again. Jeffrey Bassett, good decision.
He's copped it a little bit today, Tommy.
He has, and he's holding an ankle, it looks like. He's slow to get up, or is it a bit of cramp?
He looks okay.
He's all right now. He's got the footy still on defensive 50.
Smooth mover, this guy.
Yeah.
When he gets it in his hands, he's a really beautiful user on that left boot. Just rolls around now. Kicks it long towards centre wing. Easton Smith are there for the Saints. East gets dragged off without it, but Brew gets a handball. Riley Smith chops it off for the Saints. Munro has it. His kick, touch, but finds its way to Maraca. Maraca just keeps running. His little short one's a beautiful one to Riccardi. He's got a bit of space out the back. He's going to go towards Sharp. One-on-one with Pope. Sharp's all over this one. Takes it. He's got Murphy Dale in the goal square, but he goes, nope, I'm going to go back and go for my fifth and do the same as what Josh Murphy's doing at the other end.
Once the defender takes his eye off the footy and looks for his opponent and then looks back for the footy, it's almost put down the glasses. You know, Big Sharp had his name written all over this right from the word go, and he didn't let his teammates down with a nice strong mark. And he'll go back here and input through his fifth.
Big Riley Sharp. How good has his year been this year? Goal 42 for the year for the big fella. He has been spot on today, and that's his handful. He's got 5 as well. Pushes it out to a 7-point ball game. 10-10-70 the Saints. 9-9-63 the Hoppers on the Border Switchboard scoreboard. And we've gone 11.5 minutes thanks to Macca's.
Yeah, this has been a ripper, this game. It really has. It's lived up to the billing. So apart from a 5-minute patch in that third quarter, this has been everything that we've asked for. Contest after contest, you know, the big players have come to play. The forwards have really stepped up, a couple of bagfuls at each end. The midfielders have gone toe-to-toe. This is really finals footy, and it's given us a taste of what's to come in September.
70 plays, 63 for Border Switchboard. 7-point lead to the Saints, who have kicked 5 of the last 6 goals. They trail by 17 points. Winter tackled straight away by Tenardi, who's been brilliant in the second half. In fact, that was Damon Harrington.
He looks like he's doing a job on Archer Gardner too, I think.
Smith starting to get on top. Brew over this footy. Burrows his way through. Wanted that ball more than anyone. High up and under though. Floats inside 50 and Curtis first there for the Saints. Intercepts in defence. He likes something out on the far side, and why not? Finds the spare man. It's Horrigan. They've got the runner on the overlap out there in Mitch Tenardi, who's got a couple of metres on Winter. This is where they work harder than the rest. On to Riccardi. He's got the ball at half forward. Into the pocket comes Murphy Dale, straight through his mitts. And over the line for a boundary throw-in, and Lockie Murphy Dale should have been lining up right in front of the scoreboard. Instead, it's a boundary throw-in. Saints 70, Hoppers 63. 12 minutes played for Macca's fourth quarter.
As a forward, it's one of those kicks, but it's just punched a little bit too hard. Just need to wait a little bit better there, Brody. But again, Lockie Murphy Dale probably should have taken it. Smith, good tap out the back towards that man, Murphy Dale. Agosta's over it. Miotto, dispossessed. Big Kai gets caught holding the footy there. And says, I'll ball this one up. About 30 out from Myrtleford's goals here. 7-point ball game, 13 minutes gone in this last quarter. Smith, great tap straight up in the air. Well done, Weaven. Just gets a handball, but it's turned over. Sharp has it. He's tackled straight away by Duncan, who's back out there on one leg, but he's doing a job for his team. Umpire Broughton has it just inside 50 for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Smith gets a tap out, and that's a great tap. East, well done there by Campbell. Just coming through and throwing it was Tenardi. Gets it to Weaven. Weaven's kicks a clearing one. Looking for Dennis. It's bounced over the back of him, and Kelvin has it on centre wing. What can he do? He tapped it towards the boundary line, and he just taps it again and says, we'll just reset here, boys, and we'll go for a throw-in.
Mitch Tenardi's really got to work in this last quarter. He's had the 7 touches for the Myrtleford Saints and really provided some run from the stoppage. On the inside of the stoppage, Don Brew's really got to work as well. He's had the 5 touches and really honed in on that stoppage work and getting some real grunt for his hoppers.
I feel like Mitch Tenardi's been one of the best players in the second half. You notice when he has the footy because the game just slows down around him. Campbell goes by hand to Hayes. Clever tap forward to Penny. Gives it back to Julian Hayes, who gives it back to Penny. Almost ran out of room. He's going to load up from 60 and send it inside 50. Murphy got a fist, brings it to ground level. Here's Harrington, who's one of the quickest players in the competition, streaming out of defence. The bounce wouldn't come back to him. You heard the groans from the Saints fans, but he was clever enough to win it back. Jammer on the boot, over the head of Weaven. North Albury defence under pressure. Gardner has to get rid of it. Does, just in time to Mooney. On to Cullen, all this in D50 for the Hoppers. Clears defensive lines. Marking on the wing almost was Riley Smith. In fact, he went for a strange old fist. Falls the way of Horrigan, goes down the line to Calogero, and the Saints can slow it down. They lead 70-63 at the 14th minute mark for Maccas.
Calogero right in front of our broadcast position here. Rolls around and kicks it. Inside 50. Who's he got? Goes over the top of Riley Smith. Kai Augusta. He's found Sharp in the goal square. He fumbles it. Well done, James Pope. Great tackle. Goal-saving tackle right there from Pope. Big Riley was going to put number 6 through and just couldn't quite get a hand on it. Now it's balled up. 10 metres away from Myrtleford's goal. Around the body. Murphy Dale. It's high up and under. Just needs to be fisted through from North Albury. Well done, Augusta. Keeps it alive. Kick, clearing. Kick's not a good one. Miotto's been called to play on. How is that not a mark? It's gone 25 metres. Umpire said it was not far enough. And Miotto now goes and puts it through for another minor score. Makes it an 8-point ball game. 10-11-71, 9-9-63. Saints lead on the border switchboard scoreboard. And we're going 16 minutes thanks to McDonald's.
That kick had to be touched, Monty. That travelled a good 25 metres. You called it well there. That was a strange call. Strange call.
Hayes' kick intercepted by Calvin, and Myrtleford are winning all the important moments here at the crucial stage of the last quarter. Tenardi towards Sharp. Pushed off the footy. Umpire says play on. He got 2 hands to it. North Albury doing a lot of defending at the moment. Munro kicks towards goal, and it floats through for a minor score. Feel like Myrtleford had the game in their hands at the moment. 10-12-72 to North Albury. 9-9-63. 16 minutes played for Maccas. 9-point lead to the Saints.
It's been a hectic 10 minutes here from Myrtleford. Kick up the middle is a good one from Hayes. Found Wiedemann just outside defensive 50. Wiedemann looking for an option. Hasn't got a lot of runners now. It's been a hot day and there's a few limitations on their rotations at the moment, North Albury. Broomhead has it in the middle of the McNamara Reserve. Goes long and inside 50. First one there's Maracca. Curtis is there to help as well. Doesn't quite take possession. Coming through now. Oh, it's a great pick-up. That man, Simon Curtis. He's got a teammate. It's Jake Sharp out wide. He's going to feed back to Tenardi. He's had a massive last quarter. Back to Jake Sharp. It's going to be a free kick. Go the way of Mitch Tenardi. No, he's patted down the field, so it's going to go to Jake Sharp. Still in defensive 50 here, and he'll have the free kick, and he'll just try and lay on the ground for as long as he can, I reckon.
Mitch Tenardi's had 9 for 40 winks in this last quarter, Panda. He's really got a lot of the footy.
He's making his name for the anytime, I reckon.
Yep.
His claim, I should say. Riley Sharp's kick 5 at the other end. Brady, his brother, goes down the wing. Augusta just ran over the footy. Reynolds wins an important one-on-one for North Albury. Clean at ground level was Julian Hayes. He's got a player at half forward, all on his own. It's Dennis who's going to come in on the inside. Lead from Murphy. In fact, it was a teammate that went too early. Gives it to Josh Murphy, who loads up towards the goal square. No one's home. It was a really poor option from Josh Murphy, and Tenardi marks.
Yeah, Dennis just went to go straight away. He had to just go back off his mark. There was 6 Saints players, no North Albury players inside 50 then, so just needed to be a bit smarter and game aware of where everyone was positioned.
72 plays 63. It's a 9-point lead to Myrtleford, who are controlling this last quarter for tyre power. Capillari Stream through the middle of McNamara. He goes short to Jackson East, who marks and give it back to Capillari. I'm not sure the Hoppers have much to go with the Saints here. Munro marks on to Calogero. Beautiful footy from the Saints. And Bowen will line up in the pocket in front of the scoreboard to give this game a 15-point lead for Myrtleford.
Tuesday hard to stop once they get some open paddock, open pastures. They just move the ball beautifully there. Tommy Capillari, his run from halfback, he was just effortless, just linked up and ran through the lines beautifully, and an easy inside 50. That was fantastic to watch.
Champagne football, they call that, Panda.
Yeah, that was brilliant football. Ball didn't hit the ground. And here's Calogero, tight angle. He casually runs around and he kicks it towards goal, but it's right across the face. You heard the groans from Bobby Jackson.
Down on the full.
It's out of bounds on the full. And North Albury will get it in defence. 63-72, 19 minutes played for Maccas. We've only had 3 goals in this last quarter, so it might only go for another 5 or 6 minutes, Monty.
Looks like North Albury might be running out of the leagues with those limitations on their rotations pretty much since half-time. Ball in the back pocket now, Pope. Just goes for a bit of a stroll. His kick up the middle. It's a bit of a dangerous one. Mr. Kennedy come up. They're nice and strong. We couldn't take it. Tenardi, how good's that man been? Finds Munro. Munro from 48. Matty Munro, steel line goal of the day. The double Cobra celebration. He's been big as well as Muncher. I'll tell you what, boys. They got 1 foot in the qualifying final next week. It's out to a 15-point ball game. 11-12-78 playing 9-9-63 on the border switchboard scoreboard. And we're going 20 minutes thanks to Maccas.
Mitch Tenardi's last quarter, let alone his second half. This is how reputations are built on, particularly in the big games where his club needs him to step up, and he has stepped up. He's been fantastic. He's had 11 touches for 40 winks in this last quarter, and he's been absolutely pivotal in this barnstorming finish from the Myrtleford Saints.
If you want the ball in the hands of a man from 45 if you're Myrtleford, you want it to be Matty Munro, and he absolutely nailed it. And the Saints called beautifully by Monty. Looked like they could be playing the Lavington Panthers. They lead by 15 points. Not sure the last time they finished in the top 3, Myrtleford. What a season it's been for the Tricolours. Hayes goes out wide, finds Isaac Campbell. 20 minutes played for Maccas. Saints by 15 points. Campbell, interesting kick looking for Leighton Taylor. Tenardi, Hoppers have it on the far wing. Penny has to be perfect here for North Albury. Kick down the corridor, bouncing ball. Flack streams on it for North Albury, who's got a vacant goal square, goes towards Murphy.
Oh.
Had one arm all draped over him, was too strong to take the mark. This has to go through for Josh Murphy. He will line up from 30 out, tight angle. Bob Jackson.
I'm just sitting there in awe. That was a fantastic one-on-one mark. This kid just continues to impress, continues to play some really important roles for his footy club, and he may have a say in this game yet. We talk about Tenardi for Myrtleford Saints. This could be the North Albury Hoppers' answer as well. They've just got to get the ball in some sort of advantage for him.
This has to go through for North Albury. We've played almost 22 minutes. Josh Murphy for goal number 6 comes in and he finishes. Margin back to 9 points. 69 plays 78. For border switchboards at the 23rd minute mark. What are the 40 Winks telling us, Bobby J?
The 40 Winks are telling us that Mitch Tenardi is having an absolute field day in this last quarter. He's really having an impact. Julian Hayes is trying to control things across half-back from North Albury. He's had 6 touches for this quarter, just trying to stem the flow a little bit, and he's actually was part of that drive forward there in that quarter as well. Inside 50s, as expected, Myrtleford's had 9 to 6, and that's
too many in here. Too many in Myrtleford.
Ooh.
Jeez.
You're all over it, Monty.
The boundary umpire was a bit slow getting to the point. Otherwise, I reckon that would have been paid.
You don't miss anything, Scott.
Sorry, boys. I just like keeping track of what's happening out there. The ball's back in the middle.
That's your job.
Broomhead does well. This is when your big stars stand up. He finds Weedham with a handball. He turns and kicks it on that left boot. Curtis gets a fist on that one. Bedendo tackled straight away. Umpire says, give it to me, boys. We're just inside 50, North Albury end. It's a 9-point ball game. Nearly 22 and a half minutes gone, thanks to Maccas. Umpire Broughton has it. 45 away from North Albury's goal. Smith just takes that one and says, we'll do it all again, boys. And I've seen Myrtleford do this a few times this year, where they'll just shut the game down now. A lot of numbers around the ball. As Smith's kick smothered. Winter from around the body. It was Flack, actually, at the top of the goal square. Simon Curtis back there again. Help out. Oh, only just went through. It's through for a minor score. Brings it back to an 8-point game. 10-10, 70 North Albury, 11-12, 78 Myrtleford, 23 gone.
Simon Curtis with the kick-in duties for Myrtleford. How many for Simon today, Bobby Jackson?
Simon Curtis, he's coming up for his 26th possession for 40 winks today.
He's been fantastic, has Simon Curtis. He goes long out of defence. Trying to mark that one was Weaven. Here's Flack. Kick was smothered. Wonderful defence from Myrtleford. Winter went without the football. Beatty streams away for Myrtleford, kicks down the wing. Weaven's got to be good. He's gang tackled by big Kai Agosta. Had to be holding the ball. I'm not sure how it wasn't. And the umpire, Ash Broughton, in front of the Myrtleford faithful, says,
brave.
give it to me.
Very brave.
24 minutes gone. Saints 78, Hoppers 70 for the Northo. Monty.
Ball still on centre wing. Flack, dispossessed. Hear the crowd. Brew gets it on that left boot again. Inside 50. Looking for Murphy. Oh, getting up was Curtis. Falls to ground level. Dennis's kick. It's not going to score. Goes across the face. Boundary's probably the best option for North Albury here. And it does find the boundary line right next to the point post. We'll have a row in. Big roll. This Smith's a fair way away from this one. He's working hard to get down there.
He's super important here, Monty. He's been dominating the hit-outs and the taps all day. This is super important, this one.
And he's very happy here. Umpire Broughton is just trying to get all the kids off the ground and behind the fence. So we'll be able to suck a few of the deep ones in here.
Country footy in Myrtleford at its best, Monty.
It is, isn't it? This is what we wanted, Panda. Yeah, finally had a good one. It's 8 points. It is 8 points. It is game on here. Nearly 25 minutes gone in the last quarter. Qualifying final spot on the line. Smith gets the tap. Just down nice and shallow. Coming through with a kick around the body. Dom, Brew. It's a goal! Oh. How good is that? You get your stars in, and your stars stand up when it counts, and Dom Brew gets North Albury back into this one. It's back to a 2-point ball game. 78 plays 76 on the border switchboard scoreboard. Just over 25 minutes gone, thanks to Maccas.
He's just wheeled his way to that stoppage possession. He just wheeled his way to get the hands on the footy, and then once he got his hands on the footy, he was doing nothing else but having a shot on goal, and he just wheeled that through. As soon as that hit the foot, he was wheeling it all the way through the middle of the sticks there. Fantastic finish, and heart and soul sort of stuff. This, first game in 3 years, but geez, you can just see the heart and soul coming out in every possession that he gets.
He pretty much won the game for Werribee against Port Melbourne earlier in the year, where he kicked 2 of the last goals of the game. Very much like that, and he's got to do it again here for North Albury. 78 plays 76. Top 3 on the line for the winner.
Jackson East has just tackled Mitch Tenardi there.
Oh, that's how desperate it is. They're tackling themselves, the Saints.
It's one of the best I've seen.
Holding on to a 2-point lead. 26 minutes played. Wiedemann out of the middle for North Albury. Dennis has the front posse. Crowd on the edge of their seats. Dennis ekes one inside forward 50. Pope's gone forward on Riley Sharp. The ball's inside forward 50 for North Albury. Winter, can he get boot to ball? He can't. It's a 1-point ball game as Myrtleford rush it over the line for a minor score. 78 plays 77. Myrtleford by 1 point. 26 played for Maccas. Final quarter for Tyre Power.
26 and a half gone. Simon Curtis with the kick in duties. Needs to find a target, and he does. Slack there by North Albury. Capillari takes it. And he's still in defensive 50. He's got numbers. He's got 2 sideways. He just goes, nah, we're going to get this one out of here. Jackson East is there all by himself, but Riley Smith's there as well. East, front and centre. Happy to go to ground there. Great tackle, Penny. He's trying to get it out. But he's not really, Jackson. You're not fooling anyone with that little dolphin dive. And umpire Bassett will throw his son up. True centre wing, broadcast side. 1-point ball game, 27 minutes gone. Smith's kick's not a good one. Flack tries to pick it up, can't. Great tackle there by the Saints. It was Riccardi who's come up around the footy. We'll get a repeat stoppage here. 27 and a half gone, Panda. Take it away for the Northo.
78 plays 77. Saints by 1 point. Top 3 for the winner. Archer Gardner trying to get a boot away for North Albury. It goes the way of the Saints. Brew, massive tackle on Jackson East, and it's a free kick for a sling tackle, and Jackson East can slow everything down for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. The balcony is going nuts here at the McNamara Reserve. He kicks it out wide. Broomhead intercepts, and the siren sounds. Saints win by a point. They play top 3 football. 78 plays 77. An epic here at the McNamara Reserve. Well done to Myrtleford. Ovens and Murray footy at its best. Scott Montgomery, an amazing game here on O&M Live. And the Myrtleford Alpine Saints hang on by 1 point over the North Albury Hoppers. 11-12-78 to North Albury. 11-11-77. Dom Brew gold at the 25th minute mark, which brought the game back to a 2-point ball game. Josh Murphy before that. The Saints kicked 3-3. The scores were level at three-quarter time. And the Myrtleford Alpine Saints have booked a place with the Lavington Panthers next week. Finals venues will be announced a little later on, but Scott Montgomery, what an amazing game here on O&M Live.
Panda, if that's the sort of footy we're going to see in the next 4 weeks, it's going to be an absolute ripping final series. Just the will of both teams then. I thought that the way Myrtleford were playing that last quarter, they're going to win by 20, 25 points when they got out to that 15-point lead. But just the will of some of the North Albury players to get it back to a 1-point ball game. It is going to be so good next week. We're going to see 2 ripping games. And if both these teams can be fit and turn up and play the way they did today, there's no reason they can't win both games next week.
Massive, massive win for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, who trailed by as much as 17 points at one stage when Jackson Wiedemann kicked a goal in the third quarter. They then kicked the next 4 goals to lead by 6 points. Josh Murphy kicked a goal for North Albury. He kicked 6. He was outstanding.
He was unreal.
Was Josh Murphy. But the Saints, when Matt Munro kicked a goal at the 19th minute mark, led by 15 points. And then Murphy, and that goal from Dom Brew was epic for North Albury from the stoppage. Brought it back to a 1-point ball game. And we've just seen 2 really good sides go at it. Going to be interesting to see the wash-up with Josh Minogue.
He's the big story out of the game, really, isn't he?
Yep, massive story out of the game, of course. He did not take any further place on the ground after half-time. Myrtleford have gone onto the ground. They're in a huddle. I think we might cross to Bobby Jackson if we can. Yeah, go Bobby J. Anytime Fitness Player of the Day.
Yeah, I've got our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day as the team just gets in there. Mitch Tenardi, what a last quarter, brother. 12 touches in that last quarter and the game was up for grabs. You really stepped up for your club today.
Yeah, I think everyone stepped up, and that was the main thing. We come here, they were sitting third, and we wanted it, so we come here and got the job done.
Yeah, Riley Sharp up forward provided a great target for you guys through the middle. He was a tall target for you blokes coming out of the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's been pretty good the last 10 weeks now. He's been kicking a lot of goals, and we can't imagine anyone else down there for us. So we'd love to have him.
2 other guys, Simon Curtis and Jackson East today, were also massive as well. Both sort of floated across half-back, and Jackson East was pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, well, he's always everywhere, isn't he? And Simo's just the general down there, and he sets everything up for us, and we can't imagine not having them as well.
So this gives you a great preparation going into the finals next week. You're looking forward to taking on the Levy Panthers?
Yeah, absolutely. They've had the best of us this year so far, and we've always been looking forward to getting them again. Hopefully it'll be a different story.
Congratulations, mate. Enjoy. Well, best luck next week.
Mitch Tenardi, our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, and that is a very, very good choice, Bobby Jackson.
And he's gone the sign upside down like Jackson East, and the boys loved it.
They always do at Myrtleford. What a win for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. First win over North Albury in a couple of years as well. To come here and after last week, the Rovers got their measure. Massive game. This game's been built up for a very long time. And to win in front of their faithful, that's the loudest I've heard the balcony and the McNamara Reserve for a very long time. And credit to North Albury's fans who travelled well today as well. The atmosphere was fantastic. And 2 really good sides going at it. And I'll tell you what, tapes up for some massive games next week, Monty.
Absolutely, it does. And you talk about the crowd. I feel that these 2 are nearly the best 2 supported teams in the competition that are left now inside the 5. I think they're going to have the biggest crowds coming through the finals to support them. And we know Myrtleford, if you're ever going to rob a house in Myrtleford, it's probably next Saturday because everyone in town will be down there, wherever the game will be, watching the game.
I don't want to steal Dave Sinclair's thunder, but I reckon next week Lavy Myrt might be at Button Park. So we'll wait and see when David Sinclair comes and joins us, the chairman of the Ovens and Murray after this. Before that, we'll catch up with Craig Funky Miller and Tim Broomhead as well, as we head into the Saints' rooms. Hopefully we can hear him sing when the Saints come marching in.
If Bobby can just hold up the microphone a little bit.
Yep, I reckon we've lost it. We might head to a break if we fade this one. 1-point winners over the North Albury Hoppers. The Myrtleford Alpine saying they will play Lavington next week in the qualifying final. North Albury will play the Wangaratta Magpies. What a game of Ovens and Murray footy. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage on Edge FM. It continues with our post-game show on the other side of this. The Saints 78, the Hoppers 77, a 1-point win of the Saints. On O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
Kia, movement that inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Whoa. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Woo. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Out of the box and primed for the show. On your marks, get set. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
What a game on O&M Live, and the Saints victorious at the McNamara Reserve.